Here.
Sally.
I am here.
Keelan.
Still alive.
Wayra.
Where the hell are we?
Shalix.
I am here.
Leldoran.
I'm here.
Ravenclaw.
Here.
Thorn.
I'm here as well.
Okay, when last we left off, you guys decided that rushing to Ulder Ravengard after a short, a long rest, taking as quickly as you possibly could, you guys decided that heading to Ulder Ravengard in the cemetery was the best choice, and Rhea also agreed. Rhea stayed behind to try to help cleanse the rest of the chapel and to sort of help see to the needs of the survivors that you guys discovered down in the catacombs and the survivors that are still streaming up towards High Hall. You guys set off down the western slope of High Hill, making your way down towards the sort of more bougie, middle-class merchants area of El Terrell. The thing that unnerved you the most was just how quiet everything suddenly became. The original noise and bluster when you first arrived and the sort of chaotic confusion has sort of died down, but maybe it's just this side of the city. The only noise you guys heard was the constant battle in the blood fields below the city between devils and demons. Siren snuck forward. You guys entered the cemetery full of the sort of wandering, uncontrolled walking dead of all shapes and sizes that seem to just meander pointlessly. A fight was had in the front with 3 giant minotaur skeletons, but in a rush of fury to get this done quickly, Chani ran ahead in front of the group, charging up the steps and into the chapel, which was your guys' original goal. Bursting through the doors, she was greeted with something she wasn't expecting. 4 more of the giant skeletal behemoths inside, which quickly charged at her. And before Walks or Thorn could even help her, she was massacred, chopped to bits. As Walks began to get closer at a sprint, he was assailed. As coming from the pillars carved with what looked to be old heroes, honored in El Terrell, shadows and specters clung to him like mosquitoes, sucking his life force out like blood. Trying to get away, once they got a taste, they just wouldn't leave him alone, and soon Walks would fall as well. The fight became very desperate. As Shalix, a new Fire Ganassi, came to the aid of the group, but was almost rebuked by Ravenclaw and Keelim, who saw this strange armored, fiery creature running towards them with weapons drawn. It wasn't until Shalix proved that she was not here to hurt the group, but to help them, that they decided to get back into the fight. Yes, I always forget, sorry. The battle was tough. A couple more people almost succumbed, but the group prevailed. The group once again lost sight of Sally during the fight. Not present. Thorn decided to check the chapel out. There he saw the kind of destroyed body of Chani before he just sort of unceremoniously rooted through her things, taking what he wanted, cutting off a piece of her finger and attaching it to his armor, moving out, doing the same to Walks. As Siren saw what he was doing, she was sort of aghast with shock as he said, "They failed. This is to show their failure." An almost hardened side of Thorn that the group hasn't seen. While Ravenclaw, Keelim, Shalix stayed outside to tend to the body of Walks, The siren moves slowly into the chapel, following distantly behind Thorn, and seeing the destroyed body of what was her big sister laying on the ground, hacked and bloodied, as the body then began to twitch and move, and Thorn just began to unceremoniously stomp at it and slash at it with his sword until it moved no more. The sounds of surprise could be heard outside as well as Wox's body began to sort of move, eliciting a alarmed cry from Ki Lim, who soon put Wox back to some sort of rest. It was Sally that informed them that there were creatures beyond the curtain inside the chapel, and that they should be quiet, but all stealth was lost once the bodies began to move and Siren cried out in alarm. Going back into the curtain, Sally risked another peek, but as the curtains began to flutter, a strange guttural sound emerged from within the circular room as a strange poisonous gas filled the area that Sally was in, causing her to cough, splutter, eyes teary. She couldn't see, everything obscured behind her, and that is where we're going to pick up at the top of initiative.
Are the newcomers going to get a chance to be in this initiative?
No. Those of you outside haven't heard anything happen as of yet. Ravenclaw, Keelam, Shaylix, as you guys are sort of tending to the fallen body of Wox. There's not much going on from noise inside other than Sally coughing, which you guys are just kind of too far to hear. Top of the round, Gideon Lightward is going to call out, "You fool! Did I give the order to cast a spell? Stand aside and come by me now!" Sally. The cloud kill spell around you dissipates. That is the end of Gideon Lightward's turn, as a sudden clicking and clacking noise begins to erupt from the stairs to your left, Sally, followed by the sounds of what sound to be like hooting barks as figures begin to emerge from the stairs underneath.
Is it just clicking, or is it not voices?
It's click-clatting and hooting and barking.
Okay. Oh, fudge.
Oh, the music's doing it to me again.
You didn't have to cancel that spell.
I do. Because it's part of my storytelling.
Okay. I'll tell you then. Okay.
Okay, here comes 2 claw attacks at you as this giant scorpion mounts the stairs, sees you at the top of the balustrade next to the
I'm
curtain.
still invisible.
Does that go away when you take damage?
I didn't take damage. I remember. I make a save at the beginning of my turn.
Or when you first enter it? Right? Because you took the damage when it was cast on you before.
No, we retconned that because you read the spell, and is when you first enter it. When you cast the spell, I'm already entered. I didn't take any damage last time.
Oh.
Even if you did to solve it, invisibility will only fade if you make the attack action or cast a spell.
Okay.
That's true. It doesn't end when you take damage.
My notes were all fucked up. So he is going to turn then. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25 to there, and he's going to attack the strange insectoid creature.
Oh! Interesting.
Okay, he's going to miss with the first attack. Second attack will hit. Non-bludgeoning, and he needs to make a strength save throw. Target
Does this look like...
Oh, he's already grappled. Okay. Okay, so he is grappled, and now here comes a sting. Missing with a 9.
Does this look like a normal scorpion, or is this like a hell scorpion?
I mean, it's definitely not like an average scorpion. It's giant. It has like black ridges along it. It's like this magma red. Turn the music down.
Won't he have an advantage with the sting attack?
15. No, he's just grappled. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to double move to get to there. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to double move to there. Ravenclaw.
So I still don't hear anything.
Nope.
Okay, I think at this point, I'll finally stand up and introduce myself to this Shylax, since we've already said our goodbyes and prayers to the fallen walks. It's good to meet you. Sorry about earlier. Why are you on fire?
I'm a fire genasi. We're always on fire. When we're fired up.
Okay, you're going to use your action to talk, Ravenclaw?
Yes, since I don't hear anything.
Okay. And then she responded with her 6 words. We're going to go to Nevermore.
No, Nevermore is inside and would hear this, right?
Nevermore saw the cloud explode and then dissipate, and the sort of rebuking from a very human-like voice inside the temple.
So Nevermore will fly out to warn me.
Okay. Shayla.
Your friend, I'm sorry for your loss. Should we burn the body now before it comes back again? Or should we wait for your other friends? That's what he's gonna ask Elam and Ravenclaw, since they're both there.
Okay, you two can answer. 6 seconds.
Because that was the original plan, so he heard.
It might be a good idea.
Okay.
It'd be for the best.
And he's gonna use produce flame to do so.
Okay, so you're going to start to slowly burn walks with a produce flame spell.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You hit him once. You hit him once, and nothing is really starting to catch, so you're going to sit there and almost like constantly produce it on his skin to start turning him to ash.
Yeah.
Okay, this Mezzalach is going to attack the strange creature that sort of loped into him at an ape-like manner, and he's going to use his claw and then his trident. Goes to normal. I think that just misses. No, that hits. Doing 11 slashing. Then he's going to... Oh wait, no. There we go. Then he's going to attack with his trident, hitting, doing 7 piercing. Sally, you're watching as the claws scrape down against this strange ape-like creature. And you see that it doesn't have much effect, but the Triton spins around and stabs at it daily. Some really good damage.
Okay. I'm just taking note of everything I'm seeing.
Siren, you watched as the cloud of gas exploded down here and then almost instantaneously vanish as the sounds of battle now are beginning to echo from behind this flapping curtain.
Okay. Get up for half my movement since I was warning for like a good while. And that's 15. Go 20, 30. I'm gonna pop my healing potion, so. Two. Okay, that's fine, I guess. And then I'm gonna call out, guys, there's trouble! Then I guess I'll dash. Okay. Right there.
Okay, you can kind of see for some reason that the curtain is somewhat parted. Almost as if two hands are kind of holding it open. And it's really hard to see inside, but you're hearing the sounds of clicking, like very large, like stick, 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 stick. And then also it seemed to be like hooting and barking in a strange guttural kind of low-toned voice that doesn't seem very human, while a human inside is kind of giving orders.
Okay. Just for safe measure, since I was 15, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15 over here.
Okay.
Never mind. I'll wait on my turn.
Okay, this guy here, hearing a voice yell out from the outside, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, bumping into you, Sally, as it comes through the curtain and it sort of fizzles back. Quite confused as he sort of rebounded off of your form a little bit.
Not his whole turn?
Yet they have really short movement.
Oh, okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. Double move to there. Sally, it's your turn.
I'm going... When Siren was to me, and before she moved away, Siren, you hear... don't attack the man and the ones with the tridents. Kill the rest. And then, I'm gonna go...
Even more confused now as the curtain opens even more, and he's like, what the hell was that?
15. And I'm going to... Oh, on this one, I'm going to cast Firebolt. It will end my invisibility.
Okay, roll with advantage. Okay, roll damage. Okay, so that's 22, half to 11. You watch as the fire shoots out and hits the creature and then almost deadens enough, but you watch as the creature like sort of slowly turns towards you and it kind of begins to form into ash and just break apart.
So these creatures are resistant. Oh, wait, so they are resistant to fire?
Yes.
Not with me. They're not. With this.
Okay. No resistance. Okay. Never mind. I said any of that.
And I'm trying to make it known that I am here to aid the man and the trident-bearing creatures.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Was that the end of your turn?
And that's the rest of my movement.
Okay. This one is currently grappled by the giant scorpion, but that's not going to stop him, as he's just going to make 2 attacks, two-handed with his trident at the large beast. Doing a total of 12 points of damage. Keelan, you heard his siren screamed out, "We need help in here."
And he's just gonna sigh. He's gonna struggle to stand up because he's exhausted and he's reduced strength, which wasn't strong to begin with. He'll turn to Shylax and say, "We may not be friends, but enemy of my enemy. We can use all the help we can get." And then he is going to stand up for half his movement and
He just nods in compliance at you and stops what he's doing.
Lynn is doing that like tired run where you want to stop but you have to keep going. And try and get himself back into fighting stance. Gonna accelerate his healing some.
Sounds good. Thorn.
So you guys ever walk down the street and see a really see a leaf down there, and you just know it's gonna crunch when you step on it?
Yes.
Oh no.
The
Crunch, siren, you turn in horror. Thorn just treats Johnny's corpse like a carpet.
Yeah, let's go smack this guy.
Okay.
Target acquired.
$16 hits.
And we'll come over here and pick this thing.
Okay. And the scorpion goes prone.
I was just gonna watch the little legs like as it tries to right itself.
Okay. This guy is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to sort of leap onto you. And he's going to try to bite and claw at you. These guys are super weak, by the way. Oh, damn it. I had it on. Hold on. It was on GM Whisper. I sent the confirmation photo. He crit. For 3 points of piercing damage. These guys suck so much.
You're not
And here comes his claw attack.
You're not doing your crit rules?
Yeah, wouldn't it be 7?
Okay, 7. It's not going to make much of a difference, but 7 points of piercing damage, Thorn. Lulu. Okay, so that's 95. 100, 105, and kind of stops as she looks down at the burnt, destroyed remains of Johnny, somewhat in shock. That's the end of her turn. Top of round 2, the strange man inside. Good! Some help! And then you watch as he is going to throw some attacks around. Watching as the giant scorpion goes down, he's going to aim at the 2 standing dredge-like creatures, and he's going to make. Actually, he's just going to attack 1. So this dredge here needs to make a con save.
What are they called?
They're called dretches. Oh, he actually succeeds. He's going to take half of this damage. So he's going to take 10 points of necrotic damage. And then he just sort of calls out, "Help me dispose of this demonic scum." Scorpion is going to stand for half of its movement. It's going to lash out at Thorn. Missing with a 16. It's going to clamp down again on the one already in its claw. Missing with a 6, and he's going to try to sting Thorn. Missing with a 16. This guy is going to bite and claw. Whoops, that's 2 bites. Missing with both. Dead. This guy's dead. Ravenclaw. You watch as Keelan started to move forward. Lulu ran just as Siren screamed out the door, as Nevermore was warning you of impending danger inside.
I guess I'll double move to get inside. What's going on, Siren? And that's my turn.
Nevermore. You can reply if you want, Siren.
Looks like some guy in there's in trouble. Scorpions.
Nevermore double moves to there.
Okay, Nevermore is catching glimpses as the curtain is sort of moving back and forward into the room, showing Thorn in combat in a room that's seemingly full of enemies and a humanoid creature in the back, sort of doing some stuff. Shalix. Shalix is going to take the dodge action. This Mezoloth here is going to keep attacking the the Dretch, watching as Sally hit the other one with fire. Ooh. Yeah. The one-handed stab with the trident hits, doing 9 points of piercing, almost killing it. Siren. Okay. 25 hits. Scoring a pretty devastating hit. 25 hits.
Is Carlos speaking?
Stabbing right into
I haven't heard her say anything.
one of the carapace seams.
You're muted on Discord, Carla, according to my screen.
Okay, I was like, why is nobody hearing me? But okay, that's fine.
I saw you ping, so I knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay.
And it's my turn.
This guy is just gets to attack with advantage. Hitting with a 15, I think. No, missing with a 15. Turn advantage off. No, he's attacking the strange insect creature up here. And then he's going to claw at it. Missing with an 8. Sally.
Sally's going to go, knowing that these creatures are resistant to fire, but not to her. She's going to go stand here. I understand that's like that's difficult terrain. That's fine, but I want to go there. Then I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Lucky dog. He's just out of it. Okay. He's not even going to roll the save. He only had 1 hit point.
Who did? Don't you see my squares?
Oh, Jesus. No, sorry. I apologize. It's been a long day.
I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on?
Okay, so...
I wouldn't waste a spell slot on a single creature. So they need to give me dex saves, and the DC is 14.
Giant Scorpion fails. This guy... They have nothing that helps them out. He succeeds. So he's going to take 7, and the Scorpion's going to take all 14. Can you delete those for me? The Scorpion's looking pretty rough.
And I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. This guy's going to try to finish off the Scorpion first. Doing so. And then raking out, hitting with his claws at the drench.
Is he still grappled?
No, because the scorpion's dead now. That's the end of his turn. He's going to move here behind. Keelan.
I'm gonna keep moving inside. And I will double move. I don't think I even recognize Chani's body.
I mean, there's remnants of it you can see. Like, the armor she was wearing is still whole and intact, but like portions of her body are scorched and just turned to ash and cut up. It's not good.
I will say a quick prayer over her body and keep moving, but that's as far as I can get.
Thorn, the slaughter continues.
Time to beat off this parasite.
13 hits. Still alive. 21 hits. Another 10.
And then he wants to see how the scorpion crunches. And he'll come over and kick this guy. And the scorpion squish isn't as good as the charmy crunch.
Is your strength a 3? Thorn?
Yes, I have a +3 to strength, yes.
6 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1. Where do you get 2 plus 1s?
Is it because of the magic weapon?
Yeah, but that only gives you 1 plus 1, right? So it'd be a d6 plus 3 plus 1. Unless I'm just crazy.
So when I put this on here, I put it as a +1, and then I added 1, so maybe it's already counting the +1 damage.
If you put the magic mod on it, then it's going to add the +1 on the attack. Somehow, this guy, when a giant scorpion could not, this little dog monkey thing manages to stay on its feet. Avoiding your shield, Thorn. This guy's dead. I'm just going to keep Lulu out of the fight for now. Top of round 3. Gideon Lightward says, "Ha! Good. 5-10 to here." He's going to throw out a vicious punch. Hitting with 13. Cracking the guy for 9 bludgeoning. Killing. And he's going to swiftly move down and getting ready to throw a left hook. Still hitting with a 12. Doing 10 bludgeoning, literally knocking this guy's blood out. Seeing that the giant scorpion and the demons are done, you watch as he puts his hands up and he says, "We mean you no harm."
as we to you. And I'll step forward.
Ravenclaw. What are you doing, man? I'm still in initiative.
Never mind.
Ravenclaw, you turn the corner just as these two large insectoid devils, or fiendish-like creatures, are brutally killing these small little monkey dogs as Thorn is stepping over this giant scorpion, slashing at these little monkey dogs with his sword as another strange humanoid you haven't seen sort of runs forward and just punches one up into the air, and as it lands, it just kind of splats. And the other one, he punches straight down into the floor, and he puts his hands up. As soon as you step in, you kind of hear him say, "We mean you no harm," as he's sort of looking at Sally, Thorn, and Siren, and then you last.
I did double move to get into here, but I'll look at them strangely. You really mean us no harm? And that's my turn, just speaking to them.
Okay. Nevermore.
Nevermore just flies in, double moving, staying up high. Keeping an eye on everything since he's still invisible.
Shalix.
Okay. He's gonna double move.
I'm sorry, you said the creatures came from down the stairs?
They came from down the stairs.
Okay.
From the ossuary level.
There we go. And that's about all he can do.
Okay, give me a second. So you see these very strange monkey dog creatures that were running up next to the giant scorpion that look like this on the ground now, as they begin to kind of melt and dissipate slowly.
Yeah.
And all of you, as you move in, you see these four-armed insectoid-like creatures. I knew I showed you before, but I'm going to re-show it. And standing next to them is a man. He looks all but normal, except for a strange orange glow coming from his eyes. Shalix double moves in. This Mezoloth, sort of taking the instruction and keying, is going to step 5 feet away from Sally. Arms raised, trident out to the side, stepping backwards. Siren.
Siren's gonna ask, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I am the caretaker of this chapel, here to rid it of demonic presence. Thorn, are you going to make any sort of hostile intent, or are you kind of going to hear it out mode?
I'll hear it out.
Okay. We're going to take ourselves out of initiative.
Mark, when he says that, can I see if he's lying?
Sure. Give me an insight check. Okay, go ahead, Siren.
2 crits in a row. Keep it up.
And Sally, you know that you get a pretty good idea that he's being pretty forthright. He is indeed the caretaker of this chapel, here to rid it of its demonic infestation.
As are we, my friend. As are we. But we are in search of somebody as well.
And who would that be?
Lord
Ravengard.
Ravengard, yes. Thank you.
Ah,
Lord Ravengard.
the headstrong knight and his retinue. He came. I spoke shortly with him before he decided to go down to the ossuary in search of a knight. He promised me to slay any demons he found down there, but if this group came running up, I guess he failed as well.
I guess so.
Care to make that promise to me?
I'm willing to make that deal.
And he holds out his hand.
I take it and I shake it.
By the will of the dread mistress of night, you have given me your bond. Should you fail, there will be, and he kind of squeezes your hand a little bit, repercussions.
Well, I'm all too familiar with the repercussions of such agreements.
I hope you know she doesn't speak for all of us.
Then please, descend below. I will keep watch upstairs.
Can you give us some information down there? Like the layout, or perhaps do you know what may be awaiting us down there?
That was not a part of our deal. The handshake was struck. You kill, you find out for yourself.
So
Prove yourself.
So we kill everything.
Thorn begins to stomp down the stairs.
Oh shit! That's how he goes. Oh shit!
Slow down, Thorn.
Waira, Leldoran, in a dead sprint, you guys have been running down the hill at all haste as Rhea, the paladin / cleric you met up at High Hall, which you delivered your survivors to as you made it to the castle at last, bid you to go check on some of her companions that went down into the cemetery in search of Lord Ulder Ravengard, who you know is one of the High Dukes of Baldur's Gate, on an important mission to seek an artifact that could help stem the tide. Seeing your job done, holding back the emotions of those that you've lost along the way, you reach the edge of the cemetery, seeing sort of loads and loads of wandering undead, just moving about in a sort of haze.
Great. Just when I was getting tired of the empty streets.
A hail of arrows. How many arrows does that go? Oh, that's your one arrow. That splits into a thorn.
Sorry,
Right.
I just popped up. Were you talking to me and Walks?
To you and Waira, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Walks, yeah, Waywra, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I thought you were still talking to the rest of the party, so I was kind of being facetious there. Okay. So I don't see anything but the undead.
Yes, you guys are looking at a veritable sea of undead of all shapes and sizes. You actually see zombies moving around, bumping into skeletons, and you see sort of moving aimlessly through them are like ghouls that don't seem to have their own sort of consciousness. There's even some ghosts and some even darker shades kind of moving around from body to body.
So from the edge of this crowd of undead, or several dozens of feet away, I would just like to pick up a stone and throw it at one and see if they react at all, or if they're just unperturbed.
Give me a dexterity check, just to
Okay.
see how hard it hits them.
Yeah, I think as soon as he throws the rock, Lair's gonna draw his rapier and hold his shield up just in case.
So you take a rock and you fling it, and you're sort of trying to lead the target a little bit, but you're expecting him to move a little bit faster than you thought they would be. And it just kind of clips the front forehead, but enough to where the head kind of spins around, and you see it sort of begin to stutter, move, trip over its own feet, and like land heavily on a tombstone as like its arm breaks and it rolls off. And then it begins to stand up slowly, and then it continues its sort of wayward walk through, sort of unheeding the stone or where it came from.
So I turn to Weira, and I say, it seems that they are listless, without direction. We could probably walk right through that crowd without drawing their attention. But it is probably more prudent to walk around them. If the item that we seek is within the church there, let's see if we can find the entrance. And I guess I would just make my way around the crowd of undead, looking for the entrance of the undead, or the church.
As you guys begin to move through and you get to the gate, you hear an echo of a very human female-like voice. We need help in here! Sounds of crunching and the sounds of battle sort of somewhat echoing slightly through the graveyard.
Oh, bloody hell, there's more? How many more are stuck in this damn city?
You see further down by the chapel, 3 figures take off. One of them a very fiery, bright color, sort of intermixing between different bodies into stairs. And you see 3 figures very clearly run into the chapel, one of them weapons drawn, shield in hand, as they begin to run in, as the lights are kind of flashing through the door.
So I would say to Weira, be not perturbed, friend. If there are survivors, that is a good thing. They have so far not met the fate of our companions, and we should be happy. And I'll run forward. I'll say, follow me, and I'll run forward to the sounds of the living rather than the dead.
You guys begin running and sprinting, sort of moving through, in and out, kind of weaving very Matrix-like, like running and then turning on your heel 360 around 2, kind of juking out these different bodies that seem to be walking in and out of you, like a very macabre version of Frogger. You reach a pile of what looks to be giant minotaur-like skeletons that have been cleaved and cloven in half. The body of a somewhat half-burnt adventurer, sort of like strewn about the wreckage of these giant skeletons. Sidestepping it carefully, you run to the stairs in time to see the massive right arm of something that used to be alive, sort of pulling itself along the ground out of the chapel towards the outer graveyard. Following the blood trail inside, you step in just as a conversation now is sort of being genially held. And I just remembered that I did make you guys as fucking tokens.
A pee break.
Good DM. It doesn't make people's tokens.
Imagination.
In your defense, Mark, I just posted the image today, so unless you pulled it from my character sheet, you wouldn't have been able to. so I can be patient.
No rush. No rush.
Freaking elevator music.
So yeah, I only see based on, I guess I'm looking at Chani. I'm seeing with Chani's eyes, her corpse. I only see these two and Lulu.
I only see the.
You see a large charred figure that's been sort of like smashed to ash in certain areas on the ground, fluttering sadly about 3 feet off the ground next to the body is a small fluttering golden elephant. And all of a sudden you turn to the left as a small fluffy winged cat has sort of flown down from the rafters and landed nimbly on your shoulder.
Oh fuck, I'm gonna kill that motherfucking cat.
And it begins to sort of purr and rub against you.
On Laldorn's shoulder?
I think so, yes.
Okay, if that's the case, then I would gladly reach up and scratch it under its fur. I mean, I'm a ranger. I like animals, or on its chin. So I'll give it a little chin scratch and say, "Well, you're in a rather dangerous place, friend."
And it's just purring.
And I look around at the carnage about me and I say, "Very dangerous indeed." And you're an odd creature. I don't think I've seen one of you before. Looking at Lulu.
I think my token is still looking at the perspective of Vox's body right now.
And I'll approach this. Is this corpse still here?
Or what's left of it.
Well, it had armor on it that was magical, so I would notice that no matter the condition of the corpse, the armor seems to be in good condition. And I would think about swapping it with the leather armor that I'm wearing, if nobody else.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I think Ware will just go to this this strange-looking cat and like slowly lean in to sniff it just a little.
You sort of bend down to take a look at the body, and you do notice as you kind of run your finger along the leather that other than a little bit of ash, after all the damage this body has taken, his armor is held up incredibly well. So you can imagine that it has some sort of reinforcement, be it magical or otherwise.
So I turn and look up at Wayra and I say, "Fortune smiles upon us, friend. This is a good suit of armor." And I see Shaylax up there and Keelim, but I'll start unfastening the buckles and such on this armor and trying to remove it from the ruined corpse on the ground.
Okay, easy enough as you sort of like begin to pull up the armor, like bones like fall out, and once the ash kind of falls out of the bag, everything comes down. It's at this time, Shalix and Keelim, you notice these two new individuals that have sort of ran into and immediately began taking armor off of the burnt corpse of Johnny.
I would like for Wayra. I like for Wayra beforehand to like, if he knows the slobber
gonna
to, like snip him a little.
Look over at Keelim and be like, do you see that? That's your friend, right?
Keelan will look at Sheila. Well, I was going to ask you the same thing.
What are you two talking about?
Keelan will just point. He's like,
would it be fine for...
Yeah, because Felix is pointing at the ground at Chani's body that they're looting.
Would it be fine for just like the same time where it was like slowly shaking his shoulder? It's like, we're not alone. Hey.
I have the armor and I'm kind of brushing it off in my hand, and I look up and I say, other survivors. It's good to meet you. And I'll do like a slight bow, in an elven fashion.
Shalix is putting his hands on his hips and shaking his head like, hey, for the love of Krellin, what in the hell are you, all 9 hells are you doing?
I'll turn to you and say, "Scavenging from a battlefield. It looks like. Was this poor soul a friend of yours?"
Not mine, but
She
perhaps
was
you should
indeed
their friend.
amongst our party.
Yeah,
Sadly, it was her time.
yeah, Shalix kind of points at, Ravenclaw over there yelling at them. Like, ask them.
I just naturally talk like this. I promise I'm not yelling.
I again bow my head to show respect, and I say, "My condolences are with you, fellow survivor. I too, or us too," and I kind of motion to Weira behind me, "have lost companions in this hell. If there's anything I can do to help you, we were sent by Rhea to retrieve an artifact that may turn the tide of this war."
The helm of... Oh, what was it? Do you remember your siren?
What's going on?
How many of you are there? There is safety in numbers, and if there are many of you, then I will feel much safer.
Oh, I remember Helmatorn.
And by the way, while I'm having this conversation with Ravenclaw and Siren now, and Shalax and Elim, I'm taking off my leather armor and getting ready to put on the new leather armor. So I would get down into my... I mean, I'm not going to take my underwear off, but I'm a fit guy. I'm not worried about getting down to my underwear.
Are you really doing this? Right here? Right now? In front of company!
And she was like,
this armor...
Some people have no shame.
This armor is in better condition than my armor, and it's obviously enchanted. Why it would just be lying here on the ground for nobody to take is kind of beyond me. If it can provide better protection and keep us alive, then why wouldn't we take it?
Well, Dark Angel be praised. It is very fortuitous that 2 more should join you in your quest to rid this place of its demonic infestation in the ossuary below. Come! This group was just on their way downstairs. Would you care to join them?
I look up after... I mean, it takes 1 minute to... Well, probably less than a minute to take the armor off Chani, since you said it kind of fell off. It takes 1 minute to don armor. So I kind of kick my old leather armor to the side. If it's been a minute, then I'm dressed again.
Do you tap the armor against the wall to get rid of the ashes?
I brushed the armor with my hands. So as Mark said, I was kind of picking it off and shaking it, and the bones were falling out. I kind of brushed it off with my hands just to clean it up a little bit.
I mean, you're putting it on, and there's like a baby powder sort of feel on the inside that kind of smooths down a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you notice some of your sweat from the temperature is kind of like, it's a little sticky now, as you're kind of rubbing, like pulling your hair back out of the way, and it's covered in Chani dust.
Chani dust. I like that my new armor has Chani dust in it.
What was our last thing we came up with?
I look to the pouch that's there, and I kind of kick that over to Ravenclaw, and I say, it looks like she had quite a few belongings. Actually, I can't tell that it's a she, so I would say I look like your friend had quite a few belongings. If the rest is useful, perhaps you should keep it.
I'll scoop up the bag, and I'll hand it over to Siren.
Siren, I was hoping someone in the party would say that. The bear claw necklace was her trinket. It would be awesome if somebody kept that. And she did tell you guys the story of how she wrestled that bear. Mm-hmm. So that you guys would know was special to her.
I can take the bones and inter them, should you wish. And he kind of looks to you, Siren and Ravenclaw and Keelim.
That'd be most appreciated.
Be for the best.
Sorry, is this person a member of your group as well?
I am the caregiver of this chapel.
Thorn,
You
it
may
doesn't
call-
matter how big Chani and Leldoran were because magical armor shrinks to whoever, changes size to whoever puts it on.
I know, but I like to think you put this like big, huge thing on, and you look tiny until it fits itself.
It was kind of
I can picture this big, huge piece of armor just kind of going and just sucking right into the body of said small person.
It was a one ring moment. Like once Leldoran picked it up and all the essence that it was holding of Chani was gone, it sort of resized in his hands, like sensing his body size and automatically kind of forming in real time to his sort of slim figure.
It's one of those like special effects where it's like a big blanket, and then he lifts it over his head and puts it on, and it fits perfectly.
Love it. Well, it's definitely better than the worn leather that I've been wearing for 6 whole levels. So, and this is studded leather, which is a little bit better armor than what I had before. So I thank the group. I thank you for not having a problem with me forging this armor off the battlefield. Obviously, with respect, if you wanted it, I would remove it. But at quick glance, I can't tell if any of the rest of you are wearing leather. Maybe Siren is.
Elim is wearing patched robes that looks like there's more patches than actual clothing.
Shellix is wearing a fiery, glowing armor, so
Yeah, so
he's like, nah, I'm good.
looks like Woodland guy, studded leather seems to kind of be a good fit. The rest of you have your own protection. But I did I kicked forward her pack, so there's a few things in her pack like that, the platinum and gold and all that stuff. I'm not a thief of treasure. I'm just trying to stay alive. And I look around at you and say, and it seems you're also trying to stay alive. What dangers have you found besides these? And I kind of motion to the cloven bodies of these minotaur skeletons. I say, I hope there's not too many more of these creatures. Did you deal with them all?
You watch as the caretaker looks out. No, that should have been the last of them. And he begins to up Johnny's bow. As 2 large insectoid kind of creatures begin loping in after, and they kind of move next to him, and he begins to put the bones in their hands. We will take this to the open chapel. Your lord and helm lies in the ossuary below. Tread carefully. This is, or was, a house of gods. And then he begins to move north. Past you.
I call out Ravenclaw, do you want to send Nevermore down below and see if you get a peek of what's ahead?
That's actually a good idea. Surprised to hear it. Are you gonna stay with the group?
I have always been with the group.
You may be with us, but it's still up in the air as with you're with us.
But we must clear out all demonic infestations down below.
Yes, since you made the deal, I guess we do that. I will motion for the 2 newcomers. I go, if you're not doing anything, you and Kanan can come and join us.
Kanan? Who the hell's Kanan?
Do you mean Wayra and Leldoran?
Keelan will kind of just like,
Oh, I get why. I get why now. Oh, good one, Keelim. Sorry, that was too clever for me to catch on right away.
So when you say like, no, this is Wayra, he kind of just like, and he's like, sorry, Wayra.
That's awesome. I look from Leldoran's perspective. I seem a little confused, and maybe I didn't introduce him clearly enough, or he himself. But Indeed, if you know the Lady Rhea, we were sent by her as well to help retrieve this artifact. So what we're doing seems to be lining up with what you're doing.
I guess we do have luck. I suppose.
And I turn to Wayra and I say, it's good to have found more survivors that are obviously well versed in the ways of battle.
Oh, we're not survivors. We came here by choice, believe it or not.
You're not from El Terrell?
Are you serious?
No, most of us came from Baldur's Gate recently.
You came willingly to this hell?
Well, we figured no one else was going to save this city.
I step forward to these three that I see in front of me, because they're the only ones in the party that I see in front of me. And I actually drop down to one knee, and I look up at all three of you and say, you are indeed heroes, braver than I've ever met on my life. I pledge my services for as long as you'll have me.
Us. Have us. Remember?
Interesting.
I look up at Wayra and say, do you plan to pledge your services as well? We should. They are indeed heroes. And then I see Sally, and I go, wait a minute. No.
Demon, get back!
I look up and I see Sally, and I say, heroes, however strange and arcane they may be. And then I stand back up. Where did Ravenclaw go? You're gone, man. Did you leave?
I sent
He's right there.
Evermore down, and it looks like I was moved to a new map.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
But I don't see.
But are you still? Are you not in this room anymore? Then?
I should still
He's right
be
here.
here.
He's right here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I see you now. So looking to Siren and Keelim and Shalax, are they? Do they look like they're willing to accept our help?
Oh, of course. Thank you.
I just got here, but sure. More help is always helpful.
Yeah, Keelan will hold a hand out to Laldor and he goes, there's no need for that.
We don't do that here.
Well, my skills are tasked.
Well, the fact that you're still alive after so long, I have no
Most
doubt
true.
that you're up to the task.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more surprising you guys came here by choice. Which I wish we had that option, but... And he'll slowly look over.
Whoa. I didn't come here by choice. I was doing a religious excavation, and then next thing I know, I'm in hell. But that was a few months ago.
So like us, you fell with the city. We were
Yes.
here when the city fell to hell.
Yes,
Although-
I was in one of the temples, in fact, when it fell to hell.
Did you lose
Oh.
friends as well?
Countless.
It has been sad for all of us. But hopefully, as we find each other, we also find hope.
In hell? I think that is the wrong place. But it's a start.
There is no hope, and it will just fall more into darkness.
Hope is what drives all of us and keeps us alive. At least I'd like to think. Drives me and keeps me alive.
I know that, and I see that
Punches a fist.
Siren looks pretty upset and sad, and I say, I kind of take a step closer, and I say, I realize that at some point, or sometimes the darkness feels overwhelming, but us elves, we always believe that there is light ahead if we just fight for it.
He speaks the truth. My
Don't
master,
give up,
actually,
friend.
my father, is an elf.
But I see that you have a trinket in your hand, and it means a great deal to you. Always remember those you have lost. And I kind of reach into my pouch because I have the holy symbol of the cleric that I lost as well in my pouch. For I too lost a friend. who was
Do you
in
pull
a
it out?
Disney movie that they found a map to the city of El Dorado, and he was one of the two brothers that went to look for El Dorado.
Oh.
That was the clue that I was hinting at in the chat.
Mhm.
Is this a door in front of Nevermore?
It is a door, and this one is slightly left open.
Nevermore will just try
The other
to
side of it,
peek through.
the other side of it is dark.
As long as I have arrows in my quiver, I can protect you. So I'll go around. I'll go over here and look inside this room myself. I can't see anything in there though.
So peeking in, it looks like a workshop where priests and acolytes would prepare dead bodies for interment. It looks like it's been ransacked, though. Knives, saws, different bits of tubes and piping are just sort of littering the floor. You look to see the stone pockmarked in some places, as it looks like acid is eating at the stone from broken jars, and bombing fluid sort of lays about, somewhat turning gelatinous.
Seeing that the first way appears to be clear but ransacked, Nevermore will come back and relay the message. That way is clear.
Then what are we waiting for? Our objective lies below.
Is that everywhere?
No, not everywhere. He'll go ahead as we move. We don't know how big this is, so I might as well move in the group, and he'll just scout a few feet ahead.
Okay, I'm going to group you guys up really quick.
Look at all the new faces. Hello.
Hi. Wait, where's your eyes?
Don't point to the one in his head and the one, like, on his ring. These are my eyes. I have a few fingers, too.
So I've noticed. Joker, this one is. Yeah, I'll probably look over the others. Is he always like this?
You guys descend the stairs, and you find what I just described to Nevermore.
Mark, I'm just seeing a black screen. It looks like I scrolled all around and I don't see.
We're bottom right.
Yeah, I don't know if you have my dark vision on as an elf. If there's or if there's a light source, but I should have that. 60 feet. Now I see.
Sorry, I forgot to change it. I put it in there, but I forgot to put has sight.
Yeah, that's okay. And Chani didn't have dark vision, so that might have been left over too. But all right, cool. So now that wow, look at me being in the front. No.
He just grouped us there.
He just got
Okay,
grouped.
I know. I'm moving myself because I'm the archer. I am not in the front. I'm gonna be back here by Ravenclaw, not Sally.
Wait, what?
Sally will freaking kill me. I'm a little intimidated by the way you look. You You don't look natural.
Neither does
The rest of the party doesn't seem to be afraid of you, so right now I'm not afraid of you, but you seem demonic in a way.
Yeah, the rest of the party hasn't been paying attention that Sally has two faces now, according to Sally. So.
Well, we're also not really afraid of the giant 7-foot killing machine that carries around body parts.
Not to mention, I have a kitty cat that kind of wanders close to me every once in a while, and you seem to be giving it dirty looks every chance you get.
Yeah, Sherlock's hasn't gotten a chance to take a good look at Sally or Thorn, so he's like, whatever.
Which is kind of cool because I am a ranger, so I am very friendly with animals. I love that this cat just warmed up to me right away. Like creatures.
Who is proficient in survival?
I am, as a ranger.
Give me a survival check, please.
That's kind of my thing now, which is cool.
I am too.
Okay, survival check. Make sure I don't have advantage checked. It's just normal.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay.
I blow it. God dang it.
Little Doran, you find that there are multiple tracks. Cloven hoofed, four-toed, sharp pincer-like pointy ends, mishmashed all over the floor, but concentrated going out of the northern double doors that you see in the room.
So I point out the tracks to anyone else who might be proficient in survival as well, and say, it looks like several creatures passed through here and went through those northern doors. Is there any way I can try to determine their number, or probably not, because I think I'll put it here, my favorite enemy is not these things. Works
as Little Doran is pointing this out, you focus a little bit and you see that you find ahead of where everybody has not stepped a different set of prints. Booted prints.
Hello? What's this now?
You sort of point down to Little Doran, you see two, and you guys surmise that it's as a single group of what look to be booted prints. Definitely separate from the demons. You can almost probably call them humanoid. Moving north. As the demons seem to be coming from the door, heading up the stairs. These ones were going inside the door, away from the stairs.
Before we go any further, I'm going to do a divine sense just to make sure these new allies aren't demons in disguise.
Okay.
Prior to the motioning, I'll just look over to Lel Doran.
Oh, smite! He smites him!
So you're getting the standard pings that you're used to now. As you send out your vision, you feel an immediate pull next to Lel Doran, and you see an imp form, invisible, sort of flash, like a sonar before dimming, and there's a slight ping coming off of Sally.
She likes to be worried for a minute.
And wouldn't Lulu show up as Celestial?
That is true. Lulu does burn even brighter in your vision as you turn that on.
The shield glow that he's wearing?
It doesn't glow. I mean, he knows it's... Yeah, he doesn't even need to tell them.
The shield's not a creature, so I think...
I've never been able to detect something off the shield. That's why I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, interesting. I did not know that about the cat, and I still don't know that.
So
Lulu is the elephant, I think.
yeah. So would our two new compatriots, like, since they found the tracks, would they like to lead the way?
No, that is not my forte, friend. As you can see, and I kind of tap the bow that's slung over my shoulder, I prefer to fight from the back of the party. I strike them down before they strike you down.
And what about you, I look at Wera. You.
There is no warrior equal to Wayra that I have met.
That's a nice way.
My eyes instantly move to Thorn, like ready for the rebuttal.
Yeah, I haven't seen Thorn in battle, but I've seen Wayra as a shifter. He's ferocious, and merciless to his enemies. And as part of my party, you know, we've traveled together for several adventures, and I've seen none match his ferocity in battle.
Well,
Sorry, I'm gonna speak for you, Wayra, but I'm talking you up because you're my companion.
Well, would Wera like to lead the way?
And I kind of look at Thorn since you're next to me, and I say, well, this one looks heavily armored as well. You kind of remind me of Aurora. Not that you have her form, but she was a paladin and a fine warrior as well. But she fell to the devils here in El Terrell.
A failure then.
I wouldn't say that, and I take a bit of offense at that, but I'm trying to hide it.
Probably get a little
I'll go
bit. Bring
I
a bit
turn
of
to
a.
Ravenclaw, and I say, would he say that about your friend whose armor I wear as well? That they were a failure?
It's his programming, from what I believe he's told us.
I pointed at one of the charred fingers and like failure.
Probably get a bit of a growl out of Wayra that doesn't sound like a human growl. Probably shows a little bit of the fangs in his mouth. I'll lead.
You open up the double doors, and you see that it goes about 15 feet down, a set of stairs, hits a landing. And then the landing tees to the left and right.
Alright, gonna stealthily move forward.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check as Thorn begins moving down the steps, not stealthing.
Yeah, Thorn's just walking.
Just so the group knows, I am pretty good at stealth too. As an elf, I walk pretty quietly.
Are you 2 9s in a row?
And with a -5 for Thorn, as you're sort of like trying to move, that became a 4.
2 9s in a row. Oh no.
Okay. You guys begin moving down. Wayward, after a while, you realize, man, there's no point in being quiet.
Yeah, sorry to tell you all, but stealth hasn't really been our group's thing.
I could kind of see why, and I'll just like lightly nudge Thorns, like, can you step a little lighter?
I cannot change my density.
Yeah, but you should be able to shift. You should be able to change how much of your foot you put down.
Yeah, one more level, Shylax, and I'll have that stealth aura. At 7th level, I get another spell, and I'm going to pick Pass Without Trace as my spell. I won't be able to do it like as an at-will like you did, but I'll have spell slots to do it.
Beta had a passive, too, that granted people that an extra +5 that she gave to Cyrune, that she could have given to...
Okay, so you see the stairs split. Wayra, you're looking to the right. Thorn, you're looking to the left.
And I'll loudly whisper up to Wayra, can you tell which direction the footprints go? Check the floor.
Yeah, I'll take a look down and try to see if I can't also get a scent off of that footprint, if I can find it.
You see that the footprints have vanished beyond the stairs.
Damn it! They stopped here.
Okay, so it looks like one person went off. Nevermore went... Oh, Nevermore is the familiar scouting, right?
Nevermore's invisible.
I'm gonna back up Thorn then to the left, And I look over to you, Siren, and I say, "Are you going this way as well?"
Yeah, I'll go this way too.
Wayra, make sure they're safe in that direction.
As always.
The curved walls indicate this may be a circle.
Mark, I'll go ahead and unsling my bow, and I have it at the ready, an arrow knocked, just in case.
Thorn, you step out and you see 10-foot high, smooth stone walls. And I say smooth, I mean smooth, like marble. And it's a long, sort of curving hallway to the north and south of you. Wherever you look, and you see 15 feet north of you is another set of stairs. Nevermore, you're inside of a chamber that seems to be full of 5 marble statues.
Nevermore, I'll try to figure out what kind of statues these are, well, the description, and then come back and tell me, since it looks
Give
like
me a
dead end.
perception check. Where you see a set of stairs that goes down.
Alright. Be as quiet as I possibly can.
Just gonna click the wisdom for it.
Give me another stealth check, Wera. You look and you see 4 of the statues as
Sally, when you
Nevermore.
get there, I have to move away from you because this cat starts hissing. And I kind of shoo you back.
Nevermore, you see that 4 of the statues that you fly to have been heavily damaged. Their faces sort of pockmarked, and they're unrecognizable. The 5th one, to the north, looks like it's still in pretty good shape, of a man kneeling. Thorn, you watch, you look and you see that further up ahead there seems to be a break in the hallway that goes north. Where you peek in and you see a dimly lit chamber. Inside seems to be a bunch of statues with some large columns in the middle.
Interesting.
As I start walking up, I'll let them know it appears to be safe. Nevermore's telling me there's some statues. Faces are damaged except for one.
Thorn, you look up and you see in the middle a large stone column with what look to be holes in rows that go up the full 10 feet. It looks to be another circular-like chamber further up ahead.
Let us investigate this central room.
I'll probably look a little confused. I go and just Nevermore. Who the hell is Nevermore?
As I enter the room, I'll look to Nevermore and say, go check on the others while we look at these statues.
Thorn, you look and all around the central column and the outer walls in this chamber, it's lined by funerary shells. And you see along the middle on each side 6 bare daises, creating a display of dusty humanoid bones. Oh, man, it has been a long fucking day. I apologize. I read the wrong thing. Holy shit. Each of the funerary shelves you see pockmarking this like almost a honeycomb, like looking a honeycomb-like appearance. Each one lined with dusty humanoid bones, and you actually see relics and holy symbols of Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyr kind of inset prominently, kind of shining inside.
You said it was this fifth one over at the very end that wasn't damaged?
Yes. Lulu flies back. She doesn't want to fly in just due to all the bones.
Based on the way this cat is reacting to Sally getting closer to me, I draw my bow and point it at you, Sally, because you're not frickin' answering me.
I'm writing the
And it
response
seems
now.
like you're actually aggravating the situation for the last 60 feet we've walked. I'm trying to move away from you, and you keep moving closer, seeing that the cat is reacting negatively to you and scratching at me. So I draw my bow on you and say, please, step back. Now.
I suggest you put that bow down.
I won't put the bow down.
Nevermore, you're seeing all this take place. Ravenclaw, you walk up to the statue and you see that there is a man kneeling on the ground. Since the stained glass window in the chapel above was blown away by a fireball, you weren't able to see it. But if you want to give me a history or religion check.
I will do,
Oh, dear.
oh, they're the same for me. I'll do religion.
Suppose I could try history and hope for the best.
Okay. With your religion check, or with your history check, both of you guys are familiar enough with a lot of the stories of El Terrell to know that this is a depiction of a man named Lanish Fogel. And he was the original recipient of the Helm of Torm's Sight, which was said to have been gifted to him by Torm himself, who has since been canonized into sainthood in the religion of Torm.
Realizing this and respecting their faith, I'm gonna kneel down and whisper to the Raven Queen that she help bless this area.
What's Nevermore doing?
Nevermore is seeing what's transpiring. We'll come
Thorn
back to
Siren, don't move. Thorn Siren, don't move. Sally, stay there. Nevermore is staying on the outside. I need Constitution saving throws from Siren, Thorn, and Sally. As you guys begin to move through, and the longer you linger inside this room, you feel this sort of oppression sort of being put on you, and a feeling of cold withering. Sally, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Yep, working on it.
It's a really bad roll. Sally and Siren, you take 13 points of necrotic damage as you guys begin to bleed from your eyes and ears, coughing up what seems to be black caustic blood. Thorn, you only take 6 points of necrotic damage as you feel the sort of stem of your life plant kind of withering as you stand inside this place.
Move forward again.
Yes.
Does Nevermore see them coughing up?
No, because you never really moved him from that position when I asked for the roll. You move just as Sally begins to move out, sort of covering her mouth. Lulu moves forward, her trunk alight, kind of flying up in concern to Siren. I don't like it here. It feels bad.
Do I hear Siren groan out in pain?
Yes, you also kind of heard Sally as well as you were down there. Unless you're just not paying attention to Sally.
I'm trying to get the fuck away from her, and she keeps following me, so I'm gonna run over to Siren.
Nevermore, can you move back in?
She's specifically trying to aggravate me. She knows what she's doing.
I'm actually not.
The cat is fucking freaking out every time you walk close and scratching me at my neck. And I've said to you 4 times now, please stand back. And you're not. You keep moving closer to me. So in my mind, you are specifically trying to aggravate the newcomer to the party. Because you know that getting closer to the cat pisses it off. And I'm not making this up. This was told to me that this is happening. So I'm reacting to it in character. And you are specifically aggravating the situation. I'm about ready to fucking shoot you in the head. I'm not even joking. And I'll see if your party misses you when you're gone.
As you sort of move closer and see Eldorn with kind of like his bow and arrow, you see the head of Slobbertrops kind of looking around him at you, Sally, and you just see the sort of glow from its eyes as it's just nuzzling lightly against Eldorn's neck.
Is it giving like a smug look at Sally?
And then it is, and then it it looks to you, Sally, and it's
yeah. Every time she gets close,
it starts to purr at Eldorn.
So I'm like, if you just stay back there, the cat is peaceful and nice. You get close, it gets mad.
Well, I'm not going to listen to the cat.
No, I'm not asking you to listen to the cat. I'm asking you to listen to me. There are 8 other people in this goddamn party. Why do you got to stand next to me?
I was just following the party.
No, you're not. You're following me.
I got out of the room. You saw me. My eyes were bleeding.
I like how this
only other way.
This one roleplay with the cat totally derailed Ken's intention with Eldorn of being low key and hanging out in the back.
Completely. I'm a friend to animals, and not this porcelain doll, demonic-looking thing with 2 faces. So, I mean, I'm not trying to kill Sally because the party seems friendly with her, but she's aggravating me over and over again.
Yeah. Nevermore, can you fly back into the room where you went, please?
I just imagine that Lil's just standing there, turns around, and there's Mannequin staring at him. And no matter how he moves, Mannequin's always behind him.
Freaking
creepy. I need Thorn, Siren, Eldorn, and Sally to stop moving.
Okay.
You guys got to explore, but the other group still needs to explore their room.
Okay.
So.
Siren, are you okay? You look very injured.
I don't know what was in that room, but it's something to me, and I think it might have affected Thorn a little bit, but I feel like it affected me the most.
I may be able to help, if you'll allow me.
You have a healing potion on hand.
No, I have ancient elven magic that I learned in the forest that might be able to help you.
Oh, that would help me with my mess, then yes.
As Nevermore flies into here, a sort of familiar, drawn and imbued with the sort of magic and histories of the Raven Queen, he flies in and he sees next to a bunch of bones, a bunch of shiny trinkets that look like they need to be collected.
So they look like they need to be collected?
These shiny trinkets look to be holy symbols of different gods. Lathander, his roadward son, Tormhelm, and even the Fist of Tyr sort of shine and glitter. Little bits of dim light that sparkle off the walls. what
more.
does the familiar of the Raven Queen do when put in such a glitter trinket-full room?
Oh no.
And these are
This
just
is
on
your
the
god.
ground?
No, these are in the funerary shelves. Think of this as like a beehive, and it's just like hole after hole after hole circling this entire outer wall and inner column, full of what look to be old bones and small shiny trinkets.
He would probably come and just relay the message to me after seeing if there's any sign of the Raven Queen having a symbol in here.
He would know that she probably doesn't have a place here in this chapel.
Okay, he would come relay what he found about these trinkets as well as the group over here splitting up to me.
Okay. Those of you guys in the statue room, you guys aren't finding much other than 4 really damaged statues and just the one kneeling one that seems to be almost in pristine shape.
Do we know what these statues represented?
You know one of the statues, but the other ones are just, they're not recognizable. Like arms have fallen off, like one of them is missing a face, the other one is pockmarked. One is fully missing a head that kind of fell to the ground and shattered into a bunch of little bit of rubble.
Does it look like it was someone just like taking a hammer to them, or just fell because of everything else?
Who is the pristine one?
His name is Lannis Fogel. And that's the one that Wayra and Ravenclaw would have told you about.
He was the one you first got the helm?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that first got the Helm of Torn Sight and has since been canonized in their faith as a saint.
I want to see if there's any like hidden doorways around this statue, because it's odd that it's pristine.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. By the way, as you're moving around, give me a survival check now. Sort of check that first statue and begin to sort of look around at the floor. Okay, Keelan, you don't find any sort of like hidden levers, buttons, or anything like that around it. You sort of put what little strength you have left to try to budge the statue, and it's pretty solid. It won't move. Where you look down and you see now interposed in the dust a bunch more of the demonic-looking footprints.
Little bastards try to wreck this place. So there's all the demon prints, but none of them. But there's none of the booted feet print anywhere.
There's none of the booted footprints in here. It just seems to be more of the demonic. And now you kind of look around at the statues and see that perhaps they were the cause of the destruction of 4 of the statues.
Well, it's safe to say in here, those little bastards tried to wreck everything here. Why they didn't touch this last one, I'll never know.
I'll ask
looking for something.
I'll ask Ravenclaw and Wayra, like, Is the statue missing something? Like, I'm sure there's got to be something.
You look, and both of you come to the realization that on the head, the statue is carved to look like something should fit in a particular spot. And you see that it seems to be missing something that went on its head.
I'll probably point to it and look over to Keelam and Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw. Sorry. I still trying to figure out what this other one is. Does that look particular to either of you two?
Maybe it's a stone helm is supposed to go on his head.
Keelim will look back surprised, like, what? Really? It's like, no, I was just grasping at straws.
Well, he grabbed the longest one, apparently.
Let's take a look around and see if there's one somewhere scattered in here.
Just be careful of it. If it looks like a trap, don't touch it.
I'm gonna begin to scan the room for something like a helm or anything that might fit on the head.
Okay, give me a perception check.
I will be doing the same.
As will I.
Moving along the floor, Ravenclaw, Keelam, you're unable to sort of find anything that would fit the helm Wayra. As you begin to move through the other room now, taking a more closer look at the floor, as you begin to shift some of the rubble. Oh, and Shalix comes over and kind of points to the ground and goes, footprints. And you look and you see the boot prints now that were sort of hidden by the fallen rubble and debris inside the room.
Keelim will come over and goes, huh, look at that.
While the helm is not in the room, it looks like somebody has indeed taken it.
We should go find the others. They might stumble into whoever took it.
Agreed. With Sally with them and Thorn behaving irrationally, they're probably up to their necks in trouble already.
I'm sure we should catch up to them, but I'm sure they're fine. Leodoran's a very disciplined archer. I've seen him keep his cool in the worst situations better than me, so I'm sure they're fine.
Keelim will flash back to some of the previous events of the party, and it's like, panic! He goes, yeah, I'm sure they're fine.
And I would probably say at this point, Nevermore would fly in and inform me of what he found.
Okay.
Which then would kind of prompt me to turn and say, it sounds like they split up.
They split up? That's always a smart idea to do that in Hell.
Yeah, last time we split up, we lost one of our friends.
Okay, Ravenclaw, you stay there.
Yeah.
Group over on the left side. Now you guys look and you see a huge chamber lined by even more funerary shelves along the stone walls. There are 6 bare dioceses. Sally, you're standing right next to them, creating a display of dusty bones rising from floor to ceiling.
When you say bear, you mean like empty bear or a animal bear?
An empty bear.
Okay.
They're not bear-shaped stone dioceses. They are bare stone dioceses.
And you said so they're empty. They don't have anything on them, so I won't even.
Did you say they had bones piled up on them, Mark?
Yes. So you see the bones against the wall, and they're going from the floor on top of the dais all the way up to the ceiling. But the dais itself, you can actually step on and see that at one point they probably would have laid bodies on there, and the bones have been turned into some sort of like French catacomb-like decoration.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. I'm having some Assassin's Creed Unity vibe going
Can
on. Yeah, love it.
Can I see if there's maybe anything hidden within the bones at this dais I'm at?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
Nope.
Just looks like a bunch of bones.
Okay.
Sort of stacked and kind of layered together.
We are in hell, and we must find whatever we need to survive and complete our mission, do we not?
Perhaps, but I still don't feel right about touching these bones.
Sometimes we gotta do what is necessary rather than is right.
And what does touching the bones gain us? I've heard that disturbing the bones of the dead could be bad luck.
They may perhaps hide some useful things that may be buried with them that we could use. These are dire times, after all.
I look to Siren and say, "You're not grave robbers, are you?"
Not me. I say the same for her.
I see.
You ask us about grave robbing, yet you took the equipment from our fallen comrade. How is that any different?
Because she wasn't buried. She was a casualty on a field of battle. I wouldn't go into a tomb and rob a tomb, but if a soldier falls on the field, I might pick up their sword and use it to defend myself.
So you are saying it is okay as long as we take these bodies upstairs, above the ground?
I see your logic, Thorn. But I think that once the ceremony has been performed to bury a person, that what is buried with them should stay buried. For example, if my mother were to pass on, I hope that doesn't happen, but if she were, anything that I buried with her, I would wish those things to stay buried with her.
I was going to point to the big, like, column statue things on the wall. Like, are these bodies buried?
No.
I don't know. I don't know the customs of these people.
Oh, I get it. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
I don't know if this is how they bury their dead, or if the ritual, whatever ritual they do when they inter their dead, has been performed or not. So, I guess feel free to do what is in your conscience to do. I just won't be touching the bones or rooting through them. I mean, I'm chaotic, so do what you want. I don't care as long as it doesn't harm anyone.
It is not the bones we are after anyway.
Mark, I peered down. What do I see down here?
You see a stone column down a 10-foot flight of stairs. You guys in the statue room can start moving now. As you begin to look in, Sally, you see that this area in particular is a lot different than the rest. It seems to be set with a bunch of cushions and low stools made of a sort of brown oak wood. Above an empty dais on the south side, you see that the wall is covered with a mosaic shaped from colored chips. They seem to be artfully arranged to depict scenes of funerals, the migration of souls, and the celestial realms. Lettering along the bottom of the mosaic reads a certain phrase that's hard to see from this point. Give me a perception check. Sally. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
The mosaic is strange, but you're immediately drawn to the phrase on the bottom. Contemplate life. Death comes soon enough.
Is there anything? I mean, it's obviously a beautiful mosaic, but is there anything strange? Like, has perhaps maybe it might, like, does it look flush to the wall, or I go up and kind of like knock on it. Maybe it might have a hollow sound to it.
It's solid. The colored chips seem weird, but you're not quite sure what it is. But it is a mosaic piece, so you know that piece by piece it's been made to sort of look that way.
Okay. I'm gonna go this way. Is there? You said there are cushions and some chairs. Are there
Cushions, stools, and chairs. It's very strange to find a room like this in what is pretty much a sort of burial ossuary underneath a chapel.
Do I find anything amongst the cushions and chairs? Like maybe I don't know. Okay. And this just continues down. So I will make my way back. I found a pathway that goes deeper into the...
Sweet. As you guys decide to walk through that room, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, me?
You, Ravenclaw, Waira, and Keela.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You guys will take...
8.
You guys take 17 points of necrotic damage. Keelim, you will take 8. Oh. Shalix, did you give me a con save too? Shalix, you'll take 34 points of necrotic damage. As strangely as you guys begin to look through and kind of peer at the funerary shelves, there's a building energy inside that seems to pulse out, and you feel a strange, cold, withering sensation consume your body.
When I see Shalax basically succumb to all this damage, I'm just gonna like whoa, and I'm gonna basically like take her outside.
I mean, there's a single tear of like black blood that's pouring down your face, but you look at Shalix and like out of all four, like inner and outer corners of her eye, his eye, Jesus Christ, Mark, remember that, for fuck's sake. Out of his eye, there's streams of blood, and coming out of his mouth and his nose is even more black blood. And the heat of his sort of body is kind of turning it into tar as it kind of runs down. Waira's kind of in a bad spot, and Ravenclaw as well.
Well, since I've been trained and I've felt this before, I'm going to basically just like push everybody outside.
Ravenclaw immediately takes off, sort of trying to cover like his eyes and his mouth from any more of this energy. Waira kind of helping Shalix along as you drag him out as well. There's some sort of strange corruption inside their key limb.
Yeah. Shalax is basically just bleeding tar, and Keelim's got this little blemish on one cheek.
Is there anything else wrong with that room, or was it just me?
No, it's the room. I should have known. I even said we should not disturb their peace. Let's go about the fact of living beings might be enough to set them off.
Valdoran, you turn around and you see Ravenclaw running from the inner ossuary, sort of covering his face. And the sounds of more people behind.
So I'll turn back to Ravenclaw, who was one of the first of the new party that I had met, and I'll kind of take a 5-foot step toward you there, Ravenclaw, and say, "Are you okay? What has happened?"
As he comes up, I've just finished whispering a prayer to the Raven Queen to rebolster myself, and then I stand up straight as I wipe my face underneath the mask. I'll be fine.
Is it more traps, or are there enemies that need to be put down?
Negative energy in the air. Try not to go back through that way.
I will heed your advice. This place definitely seems cursed. We should be careful. Perhaps we should all travel together, do you think? That would be wise?
And then I'll turn to Nevermore. Why didn't you tell me about that?
Okay, so going through there is not the best idea.
Try going around. I'll kind of call out to the others on the other side.
Keelim will roll his eyes, like, no, we didn't think of that.
I don't think we actually thought of that.
Well, I was, but we're role-playing. I'm role-playing. Relax is dying right now.
I didn't hear about anybody dying.
Well, Shalax took like 80% damage.
Like 90. He's about to die. He's not looking so great.
I mean, I can heal people if you don't have any other healers in your group.
How long are you guys hanging out in that particular spot?
Well,
I guess Shay likes to heal himself.
I'm seeing if Shalax needs a moment. I will motion her a little.
Help pull.
I was going to say, go ahead and give me another con save if you guys are going to hang out there.
And we're helping pull him back, help him onto his feet. Okay, seriously, who designed this
guys,
place?
Sally says there's more stairs down here. Down
this way where you guys just got hurt? Didn't Sally go down there and get hurt?
No, it's this room back here.
Is the other way clear?
Haven't checked yet. One sec.
Well, I am. Ravenclaw said he's gathering the rest of the group. Perhaps we should wait till we're all together before we move forward. But go ahead, scout ahead. I'll stay back here and watch your back. So I've got my bow drawn. If something jumps out at Siren or Thorn, I'll try to shoot it.
Is Keelim nearby?
I don't see Keelim.
Keelim is with Shalax and Weira. We don't know. I don't know where they are.
They'll be on their way. They're taking the
Okay.
long way around.
So if Lulu goes in, though, I see Lulu flying, and I go, Lulu, do you know what this is?
It looks like a picture. And then she'll fly away.
Thank you.
Like, okay, how about you take care of him? I'll peek around the corner over here and see where this leads.
Yes, go. You do that.
Right. And just draw his rapier, and we'll start to sneak around.
Ooh, Siren, you're a sneaky one.
Siren, you just keep walking around and you just see more and more of the funerary shelves all along, pockmarking this entire wall structure. It's just a lot of holes filled with a lot of bones.
So you don't sense any undead nearby, do you? We are, after all, in a tomb, and there are undead up above.
Siren, give me a wisdom saving throw. As you are here, you watched as a creature popped out.
Oh, geez.
And you look as this little creature sort of morphed into a very scary thing that just sort of, and you sort of scream out, frightened by this creature as you begin to run.
Okay.
Which the creature goes invisible as you begin to run away.
Screaming, going, help!
I come running around to see what's going on.
I'll just call out to the others, hurry up! Sarun's in danger.
Oh, now I see her up there.
Working on it! Come on.
I've got your back here, but the rest of the party is still on their way. Ravenclaw, we should hold here, you think?
Agreed.
Okay, I draw my back or my bow and have it. I'm kind of looking down both hallways, just in case something jumps out at us. Uh-oh, Siren is scared. Something spooked her, man. Probably some kind of demon.
There was this big thing over there. I don't know what it was. It just came out of nowhere, and she just keeps talking like she can't stop. She's just like kind of being like, I guess she's just blubbering right now.
She's hysterical.
Yeah.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Can you describe it at all?
Who normally leads your group into danger? In my group, it was always Aurora and Weiru.
It's whoever's in front.
Weira, can you move back to where you were?
Oh, yes.
Weira, sorry, not Weiru.
Weira, as you begin to move forward now, hearing the commotion up. What languages can you speak?
Not gonna believe it, but out of everything, I only know common.
Your background didn't even give you an extra language?
Surprisingly, no. Soldier doesn't give you a language. Yeah, I know. I had to double check it all myself.
Shifters don't get common in one other language, because humans even get an extra language. That's interesting.
No, shifters only get common.
Well, you know what his other language is, Mark? It's...
I'm proficient in grunts.
Proficient in growl and grunt, yes.
Grunts.
We'll just say in common then. You hear a voice sort of whispering around your head. Like literally around your head. Death comes to those that move forward. Go and seek death.
I will try to do a quick slash out with my rapier in a direction.
Okay, go ahead and give me a rapier slash with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh no.
Actually, give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me a D8 first.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and make your rapier slash here at disadvantage. Sort of slip through the air. Yes, you are ready for death.
I think your friend is going crazy.
What the? Who? All right, come on out. None of these tricks. I'm sick and tired of this.
Lulu flies out. I heard a noise, a voice. Down some stairs in this room. Thorin, you begin moving through and you don't see anything.
And what did this voice say?
It was strange. Speaking in 2 languages, but the door was closed. I didn't want to open it myself.
Let me guess. Death comes to those that move forward.
No. And she looks confused at you.
You didn't understand the language?
Murmuring, it was all I could hear. It was muffled through the door, and his voice would change. I don't like it.
Where was this?
Down the stairs.
Through the pillow room. Down more stairs. Whereas you kind of begin to move forward. Yes.
I'll probably take a few more steps, stop by Lulu, and just... You don't hear anything now, do you?
No? Should I?
I don't know either. Well, let's stay close, and anything that doesn't look like any one of us comes out, we'll just... I don't know.
Are we all together now? Because I don't see Keelim still. Oh, there he is. There you popped up, Keelim.
Shalix.
Shalix is way down here.
As you're kind of leaning against a gap in the sort of funerary shelves, kind of healing yourself, you hear a voice in your head. Why struggle? Let your light dim. Die. You are already at a place where bones rest.
Felix is gonna blink and look around. He doesn't see anything as he's looking around, right?
He doesn't.
He's gonna be like, I'm hearing things. Strange things. And I don't like it.
Keelan will go back. It's like you're hearing voices.
Yes. It sounds like a male voice or something, saying something about giving up, and we're already in death or something. I don't know, man. It's weird. Maybe some kind of demon thing is trying to talk or something.
Thorn, are you proficient in religion?
Hell.
Yes, I am.
You walk in and you sort of immediately recognize what this room is. It's a meditation and contemplation chamber. This is a place where priests would come and reflect and sort of kind of meditate away the stress of having to deal with the dead all day.
Keelan must have one of these places back home.
What is this room, Thorn? You seem to recognize it.
It's a place of meditation when you want to get away from annoying things and people.
So we could rest here if needed.
Siren, Thorn, Ravenclaw. Go ahead and give me perception checks. Okay. Thorn, you're sort of drawn to the mosaic. And you sort of reach out your hand to kind of run it across, and Siren, you kind of grab his hand and stop him. And you tell him that it's made of bone. And you look now very closely at all the small little pieces of the mosaic that go from floor to ceiling and around the domed roof and around the columns are all little bits and pieces and chips of bone.
This was a church of Alterel. Doesn't feel right at all.
It is a strange thing, even though the mosaics themselves depict such beautiful things. You'd think they'd be able to find another medium to use besides bone. Leldoran, you hear a voice speaking into your ear. Before the cat hisses, and the voice stops mid-word.
I turned to Weira and said, I think I hear it now too. The voices are all around us. But, it seems to be afraid of this cat here. And I give the cat another scratch on his chin. Sniff it out if you can. Little furball. I don't know your name. I don't know what to call you.
Cat immediately takes off, and you watch as it begins flying. As if kind of chasing after something. You don't know what. You can't see it.
I'll just draw my bow back and point in the direction that the cat ran off. I don't know which direction that is.
Took off to the south.
So I'm aiming an arrow at Shalax and Keelim.
Yep.
It's down there, guys. Somewhere back there. And I'll kind of move a little bit here to kind of get a better view down that corridor.
What?
Wait, saying something?
The monster, or what's down there?
The cat senses some being. It chased after it in that direction.
Are you
guys,
pointing
you
at
guys
Good.
watch
So what you're
as,
telling me is to go the opposite direction of the cat. That's good to know.
you guys watched as the Tressum Slobber Chops took off down this way as Leldoran has his bow pointed.
Wait,
Lulu flies into the meditation room and she's like, the door's down there, down the stairs. There's a voice beyond it.
wait, can that guy talk to animals? I mean, how does he know that that's what the cat thing is doing? Whatever.
Says the guy who's on fire.
Guys, don't
Hey,
come on.
hey, I put out the
Here,
fire,
hurry.
okay?
Be left behind.
Don't worry. Keelan will go to Leldor and it's like, don't worry about Slobber Chops. That's the cat. It's not ours. He just follows us. He'll be back. He always is.
Slobber chops?
We didn't name him.
Well, that's an adorable name, Slobberchops, Leldoran says. I'm sure he'll be fine. I've found that most animals are more resilient than we give them credit for. And I turn to look. I feel like Leldoran has his head on a swivel right now. The cat went south. My allies went to the east, and I think the last time people were down here, they took some damage of some kind. So I'm a little anxious to go down there myself. But you guys all went down there and seemed to be uninjured.
The damage wasn't down here.
Oh, I thought you guys had to make a con.
I think you walked around the danger room and everybody else walked through it.
All right, so I'll kind of slowly make my way down this stairwell to see where my allies are. And I see Siren and Ravenclaw over here. So I'll kind of motion to Shalax and Keelim and Wayra behind me and say, perhaps we should follow our allies. Maybe whatever the cat is chasing, maybe it's chasing it away. Good thing we have it.
Oh, I really, really hope so. 'Cause that thing did not sound very friendly.
Well, I'm counting the cat as friend, as it seemed to chase off the demonic voice that was hounding us. Which is more than I can say for... Never mind. I won't continue that thought.
No.
No.
Any kind of help is help. Help is help.
Doesn't
matter what form it comes in.
So far.
I mean, it wouldn't be the strangest thing I've seen.
Yeah. As you stated before, we are in hell.
Well, now that the cat's not on my neck, Sally, I guess I don't have to be too afraid of you getting too close to me, because it won't scratch me. But that's a good place for me, being the non-frontline guy. God, Siren, I'm so impressed with your bravery. You're always up there. I'm like, wow, this girl is as terrified as she was a moment ago. Shows no hesitation, running into danger. True heroes, all.
Well, I think
Actually, she's holding onto Thorn's hand and Thorn's dragging her up there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not noticing that. I'm just thinking she's like super heroic. Brave beyond measure.
She grabbed the biggest thing she could find, which happened to be Thorn, and now she's too afraid to let go.
I love it.
I know she got all the praise, though.
Go get him, Wayru. Show him how it's done.
Oh boy.
Show him how the fallen of El Terrell handle things, I guess.
You kind of have that inkling, Sally, as you did know that the cat has seen you before, when nothing else should have. You guys come up to a stone door. From the back side, you hear what sounds to be like the roaring of fire and a voice murmuring, going from a sort of melodic language to a very rough, harsh language. Thorn, Wayra, since you're closer, give me a perception check. Thorn, what languages can you speak? You hear that the voice is switching from abyssal to something else. And it sounds like the more and more it speaks, like its vocal cords are starting to get ripped out every time it switches. It's cracking, it sounds hoarse, as if it's been nonstop.
It speaks in the tongue of demons. I'm gonna make to kick the door in.
Okay. Siren, Keelim, what languages can you speak? Can you just link them really quick so I know? Okay. Thorn, give me an athletics check.
Where are you gonna stop me? Or do you want?
I was gonna say, like, maybe we should just crack the door, see if it's unlocked, and see what's in the room first.
Wayra cracks the door, and then Thorn kicks him.
let's keep the door in anyways. I just look at him, and like without taking my eye off him, I just kick the door in.
Give me an athletics check.
I was told you were a great warrior.
Yes, because I'm smart.
You kick the door in. As the door gets kicked open, I need Wayra, Siren, Nevermore, and Thorn. Give me strength saving throws.
No way, Wayra. I don't believe it. You're a battle master fighter with a +2s to strength saves. Oh, that's right. You built a dex fighter. Never mind.
Yes, I
He's a
did.
dex.
I believe it.
Like I say, think who you have.
No, I remember your sheet. I actually really liked your character sheet, but then I saw your strength save. I'm like, wait a minute, what's wrong? It's just your proficiency.
Wayra and Thorn were able to sort of dig their feet in. As the door was kicked open, there was a rush of hot wind that blew out. Keelan, you watch as Siren was actually physically flung backwards by the force of this wind against the wall, taking 4 bludgeoning damage. And this nobody saw Nevermore, but Nevermore got flung back as well. Keelan, as the door opens and you watch as Siren goes backwards and there's a rush of howling wind from the inside, you hear the abyssal demonic voice speaking, and then almost counterpoint, you hear the sounds of the celestial language. These 2 languages at war coming from the same mouth, but as if from 2 different speakers. Thorn, Wayra, now that you're sort of moving down your shields and looking into the room, you see a giant wall of dark fire. And there's a shallow meditation pool that fills the backside of this room, set off the broad landing edge by a low wrought iron railing. Wondrous frescoes along the walls depict souls gaining the blessings of Lathander, Tormhelm, and Tyr, and the frescoes on one wall have been absolutely twisted next to the flames. You see abyssal forms surrounding a shimmering portal. The pool in the room itself is littered with the mutilated bodies of humans wearing the uniforms of Baldur's Gate and El Terrell. The swirling water of the pool roils with shadow and is shot through with patches of black ichor where demons have fallen. An armored man with a shield slung over his back crouches against the wall among the bodies, and his hands are clutching at a golden helm on his head as if trying in vain to claw it off, as the unintelligible words of the fast-speaking celestial and abyssal are streaming from his mouth, saintly and solemn, while also being cruel and hissing.
I would like to try and help him get off that helm.
You run in, sort of moving almost as if in a strong wind towards the character on the ground. Did I open the door for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, nobody's moving in. So
the
bravest fighter in El Terrell is just hanging out by the door.
I just wanted to hear what you had to say. I didn't want to disrupt anything.
You move through and you put your hands on the side of the helmet.
Slowly moving in.
You put your hand in and you begin to sort of lift, and it doesn't budge. And it is that time that the wall of flames begins to flash. As 4 enormous figures jump through the flames with great axes drawn. We're going to roll initiative.
Dun, dun, dun.
Holy, them big
Things
boys.
that killed Shawnee. Well, they look like it.
How do I get a 6?
The things that killed Tony were undead.
Ouch. That's like my third. That's my third crit tonight. Bubba Joe is with Sally tonight.
So, are you confirming that Sally is Boba Joe's wife?
No. This is not Peggy Joe.
It's amazing the difference when I don't clear my cache out between that and when I do. Like, it's my Chrome runs so much slower on Roll20 when I don't do that.
I like the fire mark.
Don't worry, guys. I know what these are. These are pigmen. They will not attack you unless you attack them.
Are these man bear pigs?
Hopefully that is the rule.
No, Chris, they're zombie pigmen.
Did they get rid of zombie pigmen in the latest update?
Nope.
I mean, it makes sense. We are in hell.
Okay, top of round 1, everybody begins moving into the room. Sally, as you make your way to the base of the landing, kind of next to Leldoran and behind Ravenclaw, you watch as enormous figures begin jumping out. The more flesh and blood versions of the giant skeletons you fought on the outside. What would you like to do?
I got a plan. It involves me first.
Does it involve you turning?
What?
Does it involve you turning invisible?
Yes, it does, actually.
Okay.
Really? Please don't ever go on initiative before me. You completely nerfed me by not doing any damage. I have Colossus Slayer. I need you to damage something.
You will find, Leldoran, that Sally is mostly apt at disappearing at the worst times.
Yeah, well, I just witnessed it, and I'm hoping to see that she's doing something besides just vanishing. If she doesn't, then I'm gonna start questioning your guys' logic on why you let her tag along.
Mark.
I think it's just because she
Mark,
can...
hey. Can I finish my turn? Mark, are these steps?
No, that's a wrought iron fence.
Can I hop over it?
Sure.
Well, how high? Oh shit! How?
It's only like 3 feet high.
Because I was gonna go.
Are you sure you want to jump into the holy water again?
It's not your turn. Let him do it. Is that the end of your turn?
I don't know. I do not know what's holy water. I have a plan, and it requires me for them to be in a straight line.
Okay. Now, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
I want you to know that even though you're invisible, you're standing in water creating ripples. So they have a pretty good idea of where you are. I just want to make that stated now. And also, as the water itself is sort of swirling with this black ichor, I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, I need you to roll a D100. This is fantastic. Oh no!
How bad? How bad are we looking?
Oh man, this is great. So As the demon ichor in the water brushes up against you, you feel your body begin to mutate and change.
Well, that's
The target
already was.
This is what the 47 says. No, this is terrible. The target's arms and legs switch places, preventing the target from moving unless it crawls. So essentially, your speed is now kind of halved.
Okay. No,
So where your arms are, your legs are there now, and where your legs were, that's where your arms are.
Okay, here's my question. Does it affect spells?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Okay. No, it's fine. Okay, guys, I don't know. I'm trying to get them lined up for a lightning bolt.
You don't have to explain, just roleplay.
That's what I'm doing, so that is the end of my turn. I had to double move to get there.
Veldorn. You can't double move. You can't double move if you cast a spell.
No. On my next. Oh, that's shit. You're right.
Yeah, you used an action to cast invisibility.
God damn it. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I can't even get into the room.
So you're invisible right there, and you could use your action to ready an action, but that's all you... Or no. Yeah, you could... No, that's all you can do. That's it, unless you have a bonus action.
Is it still, like, difficult terrain to get into the room?
No. That was just the initial burst of the pressure held on by the door. And luckily with Thorn's incredible athletics check, he was just able to bash the door in despite the pressure. So it's beginning to normalize as you imagine the pressure coming out of this portal of all this hot air that was sort of like sealing this place in like a champagne bottle.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that for combat.
Yep. And so, Sally, sadly, you did not come into contact with the demon ichor, and I'm very...
That's fine. I apologize. I was just trying to do what I wanted to do.
Can that happen to her anyways?
You guys will have to
make it that far.
If you guys willingly stick your hands in the black stuff, slap it on Sally, I'll say yes, but then you also have to give me a contract.
Can't Thorn just rip her arms off and legs with himself?
Well done, what do you got?
Alright, so seeing that Sally vanished, I'm a little confused by what her tactic is, but I have seen spell casters before, so that's not too unusual. I'm fine with that so far. I do like to attack things that are already bleeding, though, so I'm a little disappointed that she didn't cause damage. But since I'm reacting real fast, I will bonus action. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark. This one here on the bottom. So I'll cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action spell on him, and then I will go ahead and fire a shot at him. First shot will be a regular shot, not a sharpshooter shot. Oh, almost a frickin' crit. So I have Colossus going on every single attack mark, but I'll just tell you when it applies. It does not apply on this first shot.
Okay.
So I do the 6 piercing only, plus Hunter's Mark damage. So 11, and this is all magic, by the way, because I have a magic bow. So it's 11 points of magical damage to him. And then I will shoot him again. This time I will use Sharpshooter, and Colossus will apply because he's taken damage.
I was about to bring up the stupid argument I found on a message board. Does having a magic bow mean that your ammunition is now magic?
You know what's funny, Mark? I copied and pasted the sage advice on that topic just in case it came up.
I was like, are you fucking stupid? I'm like, what's the point of having a +1 bow if it doesn't make the ammunition magic in the first place?
Yeah, the ammunition does become magic.
The magic floats through the bow into the arrow as you release it.
Yeah, it's like, man.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. I'm assuming the 23 will hit, so this does include the sharp shot damage and the Colossus, and I'll roll Hunter's Mark again.
Okay.
So that would be 16 plus 8 plus 5. So 21 plus 8 is
That's
29 points of damage. And that's a bonus action, an action, and I will move around the corner. And
That was
I will
a good chunk of
spend,
damage.
yeah, that was pretty good turn. And I will spend 2 arrows and a spell slot, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay, Ravenclaw.
Oh, it's Keelan.
Yeah, I'm.
Did I skip him again? God damn it.
No, not yet. No, he's still there.
Sally, Leldoran, Ravenclaw, Shalix.
It says Ravenclaw's that has a 7 initiative, and Shalix has
Yeah,
a 2.
Keelan's 13, and I have a 2. I'm all the way at the bottom.
Maybe you didn't clear the previous turn orders.
Yeah, that's my fault. Okay,
Wisha was further up.
okay, hold on.
11, 19.
All right, Shalix, what was your initiative?
Mine was a 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all the way at the bottom.
What was the
Wait,
other one?
is your sharpshooter right?
Why were
Four is four.
I just added an extra plus 10 damage as I only took a plus 4 to hit. I have a plus 9 to hit.
Keelim, are you a 13 or are you a 13 or a 3?
13.
Okay, Thorn, are you a 3 or a 4?
I'm a 4.
That's weird. You don't see no.
It's just easier for me to ask than go through. Okay. Lulu's not a 1, she's a 5, so that's 2, 3. Nevermore's a 4. Wayra rolled a 6. Ravenclaw 7, Siren 8. Sally. Keelim's a 13. Before Keelim,
It was
Before Keelan was Leldoran at 18, and Sally has a 21.
oh no, before Keelim, Shalix hears a voice behind his head. You've chosen death. A small little creature appears and is going to attack. Shalix with advantage coming out.
Ooh, do I see this creature, Mark?
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception, I think, it's 14.
Okay, you shoot, and begin to back up and turn, and out of the corner of your eye, you do see this small little creature pop up, and it's going to bite at Shayla. With a 20 on a DC.
Yep. Stun him.
Okay, you take 7 points of piercing damage. I need a Constitution saving throw, as once again, Roll20 decided that they're going to do a crap job at inputting his monster.
Say, what's the DC?
Okay,
Whatever it is,
you're going to take 3 points of poison damage, and you are now poisoned
Alright.
for 1 minute.
Great.
And the DC, for further notice, is it's just a DC 10 con save. But you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. This creature is going to stay there because it can't go anywhere. So, yeah, it's just going to stay there. Keelan.
There went all the healing I did.
Well, I look back at Wayra and I say, I hope the stories Lil Doran told about you are true. I'm going to.
So do I.
I'm going to throw one of my darts at Yellow 2.
Okay. 23 hits.
And that's just going to be 6 piercing.
Takes all of them.
That's cool. And I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Siren.
Yes, we can
Okay.
skip Minotaurs.
Yeah, Marcus, the Minotaur's turn.
They're all gonna move out of a straight line.
Siren and 8.
Minotaur's at 11 and a 10. Number 1 and number 4. Go
The
first.
Siren rolled.
Dodge action.
Sorry, I still had Siren at 13. Okay, this guy is gonna go.
I mean, Siren can go at 13 and 8 if she wants.
20, stepping over there, half and half into the pool. He's going to attack Keelim recklessly because Minotaurs can do that. Ooh, only rolling a 13.
I duck as this massive axe comes over my head. And I go, I miss Chani.
Oh, so do I, brother. So do I.
This is how she died.
This is how she died.
I had some special advantages against the skeletons, but I don't do well when they have flesh on them.
Is gonna hit.
He'll take 9 points of slashing as his great axe pierces through your thick armored shell. Siren.
Okay. Stepping into Thorn's space for a moment, and then I go in with Flash.
Oh, roll again because you have advantage. I'm trying to put the wrenches on him.
Okay. I'm not. Oh, jeez.
Okay, the 17 will hit.
That amount. And then I go for the offhand.
3.
15, 20, 25, 30 behind Sally.
Go ahead and roll your offhand again because you had advantage.
Okay. It's the same.
Okay, is that the end of your turn? Ravenclaw?
Correct, Ravenclaw.
Momentarily step into Siren's space. Unleash 2 Eldritch Ravens upon that Minotaur from the Thorn.
Can you see that Minotaur?
Dan's always moving into the space.
Okay, it'll have half cover. I know that you remember you got to go off the brown color of the wall, and not what I have on the lighting effect.
Still have half cover with me going there?
Yeah, if you take your ruler and you draw it straight, I mean you're only getting half of them from that spot because of the corner. So you can continue to move forward, and you should be able to see him there without hesitation from the wall if you move into Waver's spot. The 18 will hit. Where are you at?
In Sally's spot.
The 18 will hit even with the half cover.
And if he can be pushed back, I do push him back.
He cannot be pushed back. He's already up against the wall.
Okay, and that one misses. I step backwards.
Waira.
Okay, seeing that after Keelam said that, just a little smile like, oh, you're about to find out. And I'll use a bonus action to shift.
Okay.
Which I believe it's like temporary HP level of Constitution, which is
He growls really loudly.
And
Watch the door.
if I try to do the roar, I'm just gonna sound like my barbarian.
Mark, I'm in the wall. Thank you.
He is going to run forward 5, 10, 15, leap up in the air with the shield in one hand, and go for a strike. If I can find the darn thing.
Toggle advantage.
Alright, and he's striking with Fang. Really?
13 will miss. Is that a +1 weapon you got?
Yeah.
Cool beans. 13 will sadly miss, however.
Alright, extra attack. Strike it again.
$14 just hits. Okay.
And as Keelan will probably see, any of the markings that looked like tattoos at first start to grow, start to show more definition as fur is now growing where those marks are.
Okay.
Are these skeleton dudes wearing armor?
They're not skeleton dudes. They're full flesh and blood medical.
Alright. So they just have tough hides?
Yep.
And that's all I can do.
Okay, it's Lulu's turn. Okay. She is going to fly in, and she sees two creatures here in front of the portal of Hellflame and Demonic Blackness, and she is going to take in a huge breath of air as she begins to sparkle like a disco ball, and you watch as she lets loose a loud trumpet of beautiful sparkles at Yellow 2 and Yellow 3 inadvertently. Not knowing that she has evil companions. Nope, she has to move closer. I thought I counted that right. Perfect. Thorn, you begin to feel this loud trumpet as sparkles fly out and fill the area with holy radiance. I need you to give me a Constitution save at disadvantage. As evil creatures have disadvantage on the saving throw. And the Minotaurs will do the same.
Oh, that's not good, Thor.
Do I need to make a save?
You are not in the cone, as she had to move forward. At first I thought I might get you 2, but I was like, I needed to move closer. Somehow that fucking guy rolled incredible. Okay, Thorn and Yellow 2 are going to take 18 points of radiant damage, and Yellow 3 is only going to take 9. Thorn, she sees as you get hit with the magic, and you sort of turn around angrily, and you see that she's visibly confused, as she's sort of saying, I don't understand! And then she's going to fly back Minotaur! Stay drop. Boom! Minotaur, after taking the radiant damage, is going to attack Weira recklessly. Missing with a 13. Nevermore.
Nevermore's gonna provide the help action on this Minotaur he's by.
Just know that he's attacking recklessly. So you might want to choose one that doesn't have a wrench.
He's got a wrench too.
So far, this is the only bastard that hasn't attacked. Okay, so we'll give him a temp wrench. But
You're welcome to come back and help Shaylax. I mean, she could use it.
he's gonna move. He's gonna move. He's gonna move forward and attack recklessly anyway. So I apologize, Doug.
And the reason I didn't do that, Ken, is because I'm unaware of that thing being there yet.
Oh, I'll call out. Danger, Will Robinson. There's monsters back here as well.
Yes, it is.
This guy's gonna move forward and attack recklessly.
What happened to Thorn? He had it either a 3 or a 4.
Thorn's not in it.
I see Thorn at 3. Did Thorn have a 4?
I did have a 4.
Let me change it.
I don't even see. Yeah, I don't even see Thorn at all.
See Thorn in it at all, actually. It went from Nevermore to the Minotaur.
Thorn, do me a favor and roll initiative again, please, on your sheet. I'm having a hell of a time. Okay, go ahead and take your turn.
I'll deal with the elephant in a minute. But then I'm gonna do Divine Favor. And then I'm gonna target this one with advantage because he was reckless.
Okay. 20 hits.
Second attack.
14 just hits. Still barely alive.
Wow, that's good. That's 22 points of damage, Thorn. Nice job.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. He was the beefiest of my rolled hit point Minotaurs, so.
You rolled hit points for him?
Yeah. I think it's kind of fun when you hit one and one shot him and you're like, this is going to be easy, and you start attacking one and you're like, why isn't this guy going down? Okay. Did you want to... Oh, you used your bonus action to cast the spell. Never mind.
Correct.
Okay, now this Minotaur is going to move forward and is going to attack once. Recklessly, Weira. 24. Oh, Weira, you take 18 points of slashing damage.
Oh, there goes my temporary.
Shaylax, you've got this strange little weird creature
What does it look like, Mark?
on you. So far, nobody else has seen it except you two, and oddly enough, you two are the only ones in the party right now that have not encountered such a creature. Give me a second.
I'm zooming in. See, well, he's a little like a bat-looking thing almost.
Oh, I mean, I see it now that it attacked me, right? And I turned to it.
You
No, I was
see,
just zooming in on
it's a
the
small little
Or
bug-eyed
was it like
creature. It's a small little bug-eyed creature with two very large horns and two sort of bat-like ears, probably the size of like a basketball floating around in the air. And it's got sort of a long tail as it kind of back.
Cool. Okay.
The few that were in Candlekeep recognized the same type of creature as it was a familiar that the tiefling was using. It's the same sort of creature.
Okay, so when you say it's floating, is it like at my level type of floating, or is it like flying in the air type?
It's floating around you in the air.
Okay, so at my level. Okay, goody. I would like to use a racial ability. And I'm going to cast a Level Burning Hands at it.
Okay. What's your save? What's your save DC?
That. 14. It's against my con. My con is a 14. Because it's a racial.
Okay, it rolls an
Your con is a
18.
14 or your save DC is a 14? Because if your con is a 14, your save DC is a 12. Just FYI.
Okay, so
because it's not using your con score. It's using your con modifier as your spell save DC for this. For this spell.
Racial trait?
I'm pretty sure that's how they read it. It'll say
I'm
it'll
using
say
the
you cast this spell,
which uses your con.
which uses your con as your spellcasting modifier for the racial.
Right? Yeah.
Get what I'm saying? So what's your con mod?
Because it doesn't list the save for it.
What's your con mod on your?
Yeah.
She said her con was 14, so it
My
should
con
be
mod is a
plus
14.
2. The mod is plus 2.
Yeah, it's a 2.
So it's a 13, right? Because level 6, you should have a +3 proficiency.
Right.
So yeah, it's a DC 13. He rolled an 18. As he sort of covered himself with a shroud of dark magic, and he was able to protect himself from most of the fire, halving that to 5, and then halving that 5 to 2.
Okay. Yeah, because he still takes half. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm also going to bonus action heal myself. So.
Okay. Well, you can't do
He is
that
not going to move.
because you used a spell slot to cast your racial.
That's true.
Did you use a spell slot for
It
the
doesn't
racial
use a spell
ability?
slot for racial abilities.
Yeah, it's a ratio. It doesn't use a spell slot. I can do it once a day for free. Yeah, that's why I said it's a ratio ability.
It doesn't use the spell slot. She's right, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know if it used a spell slot or not.
Yes.
No, it's
Okay.
like the Tiefling's Hellish Rebuke, but it's not a reactionary.
So you're gonna bonus action healing word.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and heal yourself. Are you gonna stay there?
Yes.
Okay. Top of round 2, Sally.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. You want me to roll? You want me to roll again, or do you just want to do what we had last time?
Go ahead and roll again, even though you're gonna save this time.
Watch crit fail.
That bumps me out.
I was okay with last time because this is what I was gonna do. But I can't get all 3. But I'm gonna go there so I can get these 2 at least.
And this is lightning bolt?
Yes, I'm.
Here comes just dex saves.
I didn't roll the fucking damage.
They both passed.
They both saved. Hold on.
Just slash R 8d6. There you go. Okay, so they're going to take 14 points of lightning damage each. You are no longer visible.
No, that won't. Then I'm gonna back over. Am I out of this guy's reach?
Yes.
Okay. I am provoking.
23.
Even with okay, I have to go. So I was right here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I would.
So they're both going to attack you. So you take 21 points of slashing on the first attack. And an additional 11 on the second.
Do they attack recklessly?
Yes, they've been attacking recklessly this entire time.
Even on reaction attacks?
Yes.
You decide when you attack recklessly at the beginning of your turn, and all your attacks until the start of your next turn are reckless.
Okay, I did
That's how
not.
reckless attack
Take
works.
32 points of slashing damage as they lay into you.
I am still alive, but however, I'm going to. Since this one hit me, the second as well, I am using a reaction.
Okay.
For my last second level spell slot for Hellish Rebuke.
This is a deck save again, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, here comes the deck. I think he fails that time.
Yep, he takes all 8. Wait. I'm gonna use a sorcery point.
He's dead, don't worry about it.
Never mind.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn. I moved in action, reaction. I'm spent for this turn.
Okay, well, Doran.
Alright, I'm gonna, seeing that Shaylax is in trouble, and she is not one of the heroic ones because she described herself as being from El Terrell, so I'm worried for her life because she's not part of the super heroic people we met. I'm gonna... Him, sorry, yes. Sorry. Shaylax is a he. I am going to attack the thing that's attacking him with a regular attack. Is it damaged?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Boy, me
Does
playing
the
a he's
14
gonna get some time used to, huh?
Does that hit? 14?
14 just hits.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and use the Colossal Slayer damage on this roll, doing 12 points of damage to it. Is it still alive?
Still barely alive.
Alright, I will go ahead and shoot it again. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Ooh, a 12 will miss, thank God.
Wow, I rolled a 3 on that one. Okay, so that uses 2 arrows, and I'm gonna stay there. I'm done.
Okay, on its turn, it's going to go invisible.
I knew it. That's why I wanted to frickin' kill it.
Keelan.
Alright, I can't be shown up by Weira, so I'm going to try and go after yellow one.
Sounds good. The 9 will miss.
Bonus action unarmed strike.
15 will hit.
Cool. That's my turn.
Okay.
Mark,
He's
before
gonna...
we start the next turn, can I ask this question, what you think? Because Thorn makes a good point. I can move Hunter's Mark if the target of Hunter's Mark is dead. Would I have felt that my quarry, my magical quarry, was dead before I took my turn?
Give me a second.
Because if so, I would have used a bonus action to mark the thing that I was going to try and shoot now. The only reason I didn't do Hunter's Mark damage is because I thought, because I have no line of sight, that the thing was still alive. But would I know that the target of my spell has died? If you cast a spell on something and it dies, do you know that that thing dies and you can stop concentrating on your spell? Or do you not know? I don't know. I'm asking you for your interpretation. That's why I'm asking, because it's technically you quarry something. That's Hunter's Mark is the Ranger's. Like, I target you till you die. If your ally kills the target, you should be able to move your Hunter's Mark. But I don't know if I know without line of sight if my quarry is dead.
Sage advice just says the text of Hunter's Mark explains what to do when the target dies. The text says, if the target drops to 0 before the spell ends, you use a bonus action on a subsequent turn. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't say that you have to see it, you only have to see it when you cast it.
Okay, then can I add a d6 damage to the thing that turned invisible?
Yes. It'll only live if you roll a 0.
Oh. Well, then I did an extra 6 damage on the one hit that I hit to it, and now I can move my quarry somewhere else. Next turn.
Next turn.
Yep. Yay, so I killed the thing that was trying to kill you, Shalak. Sorry.
Okay, this Minotaur is gonna cut into Keelan.
Thank you,
Missing
friend.
word at 11. This Minotaur is dead. Siren. Make sure you toggle advantage. So go ahead and just roll again. Okay, 14 hits, and then make sure you toggle advantage for your next attack. Okay. $21 hit. That guy's getting whittled down hard. Okay. Ravenclaw.
That was weird. Wouldn't let me through the door. Hold on, I'm gonna try moving again. Stepping there. I'm going to aim at Yellow 3. Unleash 2 of my Eldritch Ravens. I believe this is at advantage.
Yes. All attacks on these Minotaurs, no matter who you are, at advantage. $26 hits, so it was almost a crit.
I hope he burns. As I force him back against the flames.
The demonic fire has no effect on the creature that came through it.
You forgot about the jumping through the flaming portal part, did you?
I forgot nothing.
I forgot
I just said that you. That's my turn.
Oh, man. Better,
Alright, seeing the... After what Kilo said, he'll just crack a spell. It's like, well then, use more of that bite! And he's going to strike down at Yellow 2.
make sure you toggle advantage.
Yep, that's that.
25 hits. You said Yellow 2, right?
Yes. 2, and then twirl the rapier around, strike again.
18 hits. That one's not looking too hot.
Alright, and can I use my bonus action to a second wind? It's possible?
Yes, you absolutely can. I don't know why I fucking hesitated right there.
I mean, you let me do it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I paused there. Jesus.
6. Oh, nice.
Plus your level.
Would you like to use an action surge?
I've never done an action surge before, so I don't know if I'm ever doing it right.
You just say action surge, and then you can take your action again. But since you used your bonus action to use that before you do your action surge, you don't get another use of your bonus action. So if you wouldn't have used it, an action surge would still let you use your bonus action.
Alright, I'll remember next time.
So pretty much you can attack twice again, and then you use your action surge for the round.
Alright, I will definitely remember that for next time.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
Lulu is going to fly into the room. Sorry, Thorn, I don't understand.
Learn who the enemies are.
And ooh, this should be fun.
Gonna hit Raven, Nevermore.
Yeah, she doesn't know Nevermore's there. So yeah, she's gonna release another Trumpet of Sparkles. Yay! Since Ravenclaw's Nevermore is invisible, Lulu has no idea what the hell is happening. But Lulu is going to make the Minotaurs roll at disadvantage because they are evil creatures. So Nevermore would roll this at regular because he's not evil aligned, is he?
He's an imp. But so if you go off the imp stats, he's considered evil.
Okay, disadvantage for the two Minotaurs, and here comes their con saves at disadvantage. Failing, and they're going to take all the damage. Go ahead and give me a Nevermore con save. I'll just say at regular. Okay, so he will fail too. Where'd my dice roller go? So I just have to go here. The Minotaurs and Nevermore will take 25 points of radiant damage.
Did it hit all three Minotaurs or just the two?
Just the two here. They wanted to. So she's confused because this shouldn't have attacked Thorn, but it did. And she doesn't know why, and she sees Weira and Keelim there, and she doesn't want to take any chances, so she attacked the two things away from everything she thought she saw inside. But there's a brief moment where there's a flash of light where Nevermore was, and then she turns to Ravenclaw and she goes, "I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening." She's gonna fly out of it.
Poor Lulu.
Did it kill both Minotaurs?
It only killed one, the other one is barely alive. This Minotaur, however. Whoop! It's gonna attack Seth. Does a 20 hit you even with shield? Oh, you used a reaction for Hellish Rebuke and it wasn't your turn, right? No.
You hit.
Yeah, you already used your reaction.
Even if I had it with shield, my AC would only be a 19. I'm
Oh,
down.
fuck me, that's 22 slashing. Okay, I think this guy's dead, right? So I can delete him. Okay, Thorn.
gonna try and slash at this guy.
Go ahead and toggle it, but roll one more time regularly and then toggle advantage on your next one. 16 hits. Just barely alive.
Okay, hit him again.
That's going to get him.
Step over Sally. We're gonna step into Keeling space and then step out again. Kick that guy to the ground.
Okay.
Just because I can.
Advantage on that. But the 17 beats the 10 and he does go prone.
I'll step back and he can attack me at regular, I guess.
Double advantage on that guy. Here comes his where did it go? Here comes his regular Great Axe Swash. Missing with an 8.
And that will be my turn.
Shalix.
Alright. Let's see here. 15, 20, 25. Whoa. A whole lot of stuff. Okay.
Isn't that the surprise, Marcy? We don't know what's up there until we go up to that corner.
Well, yeah,
No idea
considering
what-
Shalix has been on the other side of the hallway over there for like the longest time, and he's like, oh.
Yep. We have no
Um,
idea what's in there.
Okay, well, frick. And so that's all of my movement, and I don't see nothing. So he's just gonna call out and be like, everybody alright? Alive, I hope?
Okay, are you going to take the dodge action or are you going to hold your action to do something? What are you doing?
I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna hold my action. If something takes the corner, I'm gonna Sacred Flame it.
Okay.
That doesn't look like a friendly.
Alright. Top of round 3, Sally, I need a death saving throw. Okay, that's one failure. Little Dorn.
All right, I'm gonna move in and try to get a shot. I see that Shylax didn't find any targets, but maybe I can get a better view. 5, 10, 15, 20. I can't move in there. 20, 25, 30, 35. That's my movement speed. Looks like this guy here is still alive.
Yep, and we're about
Sure,
to
he is,
nail on him.
but he is currently prone, so even with that, you'll be making your attacks at normal.
Yeah, because he's granting. So I will use a bonus action to move my hunter's mark onto him, and I will attack him. Not at advantage, just normally. For a 21.
That's more than you needed.
Doing 18 points of damage. And then I will shoot him again for a 24. The Colossus does not count this time because you can only do that once per turn. So it's just 12 points of damage more. And then I moved all my movement to get here, so I used a bonus, my action. I'm good. I'm done here. So 12 and 17. 24, 30 points of damage.
That's beautiful. Still alive, but that got him right in the neck. So I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Kingdom of Heaven, but this thing's currently fighting with a giant arrow sticking out of its
That's been on the last few days, so I've been watching it.
I love that movie so much, just because Ava Green's in it, and I absolutely adore her.
That's the queen, right?
Yeah, that's Princess Sibylla. She's the best. I love her. Okay, that was a great turn, Lildoran. Keelim, finish this fucking guy up.
Oh, I hope so.
After you.
Make sure you got advantage toggle.
Yeah, but I did that last time.
Come on, old timer. I know you can hit him.
I was waiting for the 3 consecutive crits. 18 hit. 20 hit.
So I think I did pretty well with triple sixes.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. And the fact that you're in hell, 666
Yeah.
is kind
The old man, slightly living mortician in hell rolls 3 6s.
That's very, very on theme indeed, Thor.
So when the Minotaur falls down on its back, I go, oh, this is more like it.
Told you needed to warm up.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, this Minotaur is going to recklessly throw his axe at Sally. I'm just joking. He's going to attack Keelim, who just laid into him.
He's still prone. Does he stand up?
Since Lildoran is infuriatingly far away.
Thank God.
The Minotaur, he's angry. He can't help it. His parents never taught him. You guys should feel sad you're killing him. Still missing with the 14, I believe.
Yes, still missing.
Alright, that's the end of his turn.
So Keelim's gimmick tonight is just nothing can hit him.
Siren, there is another soul claim to add to your collection. Ooh, sorry, I let your backstory slip.
I would never do. Buddy, step into the Keelim's face. Would this be at regular or disadvantage? I mean, or advantage?
Oh, it's still at advantage. I took off the wrong thing. Okay. I took off the wrench instead of the prone. There you go. Both are at
a crit.
That's gonna be
Oh, this is
oh my god!
Yep.
That's 61 points of damage.
I took care of the problem, but we have another problem at hand, and I point to Sally's kind of limp body.
Is that the end of your turn?
I have to move out of that space because I'm in Keelan's space. Oh no!
So me and Keelim are kind of like trying to do a little contest, and then Cyrune just decapitates the damn thing in front of us. Like, yep, she won. She won.
Alright, that's it.
Okay. Ravenclaw.
I walk up, seeing that Sally is down. Trying to remember if I have a potion of healing.
Thorn does.
I'll take one out, as I do have one. And I'm looking for her mouth, since I was not the one who fed it to her last time.
You see, she only has one face, guys. I was trying to describe what she looks like out of the game last time. But when you go to pour the to her mouth, and you see a mouth begins to form on her mask.
As you pour the potion, you actually begin to watch the porcelain skin sort of begin to knit stabilize. It's bizarre, Ravenclaw.
That is bizarre.
Sally, you are conscious as you see
right in front of me
before you, and Lil Doran's looking down at you with this like "ew" kind of look on his face. Yeah, but you are back to consciousness. All the enemies are dead. We are out of mission. You guys turn and you see the body of Lord Ultra Ravengard as he is holding on to the helmet and his head is sort of bent down low. Siren, you sort of bend down and you pick his head up so he's looking at you, and you see the eyes open, one eye black, streaming shadow, while the left eye is bright, streaming a radiant light, as two voices are at war with each other. And that's where we're going to leave off tonight.
Did you move away from that, Siren?
I don't know why, but I'm having issues with the scrolly thing. It keeps pushing me back when I'm going forward. It's so weird. It won't let me go forward.
I kept pushing the minus button on the numpad because the asterisk is my push to talk, and the fucking map would zoom out to 1,000% away from the screen, and I'd have to zoom back in. I was having a rough time tonight.
So, Mark, are we in the middle of a scene that's playing out, or are we out of an...
We are out of initiative, and we're leaving off with the fact that the helmet is on Ravengard's helm. One eye is pitch black, and the other eye is a radiant light.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking because it's something I would probably, deal with that before I would go looking for arrows.
Yeah.
So we'll deal with this scene first.
Well, Doran is like... Maybe Siren's the greatest warrior in Elturel. I don't know.
I'm beginning to wonder. She's pretty amazing.
Hey, like I said, me and Keelan were having a little contest. She decapitates in front of us, and I'm probably just gonna look over I think she just won.
I enjoyed my first encounter with Leldoran, though. He did 90 points of damage altogether, so that was pretty fun.
He let me start. He saved the party last time. He deserves a break.
You guys are kind of looking at Lulu kind of hanging out in the back. She has that, you just came home and the dog is looking down at the floor or at the corner because you're about to walk around and see that the garbage can's been spilt kind of look. So, yeah. But yeah, sorry that my energy level wasn't there today. I didn't realize how drained I was until we started. So I kind of had to really, really, really pep myself up to get going because that was even a surprise to me. So I do apologize about that.
Oh, no worries, Mark. I thought it was well done. I thought the descriptions were great.
But yeah, it looks like you guys have found Lord Ulder Ravengard. Let me see if he should have a picture.
We also seem to have found the helm.
Here he is here. And you guys have found the helm, which is currently almost liquid cemented onto his head. And here is the picture of Lord Ulder Ravengard.
That's okay. Just get me to a table and I can operate.
You're not operating on him.
But he's not dead.
If I make a mistake, I still have to operate on him. So
I'm not dead yet. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
I don't think you guys need to see Minotaurs, but if it's there, I'll pop that sucker on there.
Who do you want to award inspiration to?
Yes, you guys can go ahead and discuss your 2 points of inspiration tonight. There's a lot of good roleplay tonight, by the way.
Yeah, I need to scroll up a bit because I was thinking about it earlier tonight. Somebody really taking it away.
I would like Lil Doran for his thing with the cat and Sally.
I lost my temper more than I meant to. I didn't want to. I was supposed to be the nice guy.
Just can't help it, man. That Lil Doran.
It was so funny because it was I was feeling anxiety Chris was making me feel anxiety every time I'd move my character 10 feet, and he would inch Sally closer to me. And after you messaged me, Mark, how it was reacting, I was feeling like if I was little and the cat was getting anxious and hissing every time she was getting closer. And he did it like 6 times in a row, and I kept going, oh my! I was clenching my fists. It's a good thing we're not sitting across from each other, Chris. I might have actually reached out and choked you.
I was, as a player, I was not intentionally meaning to do that because I wasn't. I wasn't going to try to do something like that.
No, I know you weren't trying to get my anxiety up. No, I was just saying that I was so in the scene that I was having like an actual physical reaction to what was going on the digital map. I was like, shit, every time I move, he keeps creeping closer to me.
I thought it was great. I seriously sat there going, oh my god, I think Lodoran's going to actually fucking attack her. I think somebody's going to turn around and just blatantly shoot something at her. I mean, the group before Beta died had talked about such things, but, he doesn't know that. So I just thought
I didn't want to go into any PvP, but I just wanted to try to convince Sally not to come any closer. That's all.
To be fair, in real life, I would not appreciate a cat freaking out on my shoulders, clawing me to death because it didn't like someone either. I'd be like, dude, get the hell away from me. My animal that I just adopted just 5 seconds ago doesn't like you. Thus far, I don't like you right now.
Okay, so I remember who I was gonna vote for. It was Ravenclaw, because when we first, it was Ravenclaw and the other person that was outside of the room that I talked to. I guess it was Siren. When I first came upon Chani's body, and you guys came out and kind of addressed me picking the armor off of the body, and we had that battle there. I liked that.
Yeah, it was Ravenclaw, Shelix, and Siren were the first 3 that you saw.
Because it felt really natural
to
have that scene. It felt like we were all in character, and nobody broke character for that entire scene, and I liked that. I'm for that scene. I'm gonna vote. Well, I guess that's 3 of you, but you can fight over it. I'm gonna say Ravenclaw.
Shelix was the one that called the other 2 out because Ravenclaw was in as well, and he was like, you guys know this guy? Yeah, because Keelan was standing next to Shelix, and then Ravenclaw took the corner and was like, what's going on?
Mark, it's funny, the image that I had in my head was kind of a little bit of crackheadish, in that, like, if a crackhead had an old, worn-out coat, and they see somebody dead on the ground.
I was kind of picturing Lauren doing something like that, like, oh my god, mine.
That was actually kind of what I was thinking. Like, hey, nobody's using that coat. I'm gonna pick it up. It's better than my coat.
I was fucking laughing, man. Oh, was this your friend? Oh no, I'm still putting it on.
I seriously pictured it just like some Borderlands bullshit where it's like, oh, it's freaking armor. Yeah, rips it off the body, throws it on himself.
He just picks it up and he goes, and looks up and goes, are you using this?
Yeah, if you guys said that I couldn't have it, I wouldn't have kept it. I'm a good character, but nobody was using it, and it was just lying there on the ground.
He barely, as he half strips in front of everybody to put on a piece of armor. Then he took off of a burnt body, I tell you.
All with the campaign just face palming next to him, like, oh my god, this is not how we introduce ourselves.
Jeremy, off topic.
Chani waffle something. Yeah, soggy waffles.
Soggy waffles.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chani soggy waffles.
Yeah, well, Doran,
all because I said never eat soggy waffles for determining direction on a compass.
Jeremy, off topic.
You did
that all the time in real life, so.
Well, Doran, as you were putting on the armor, that there was an inscription on the inside carved in with a dagger that said "soggy waffles."
Nice. I love it. I'm gonna write that on my character sheet.
Oh,
that's
you might make Siren might cry if she hears that yell.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because we all know where it came from.
Well, Doran has no idea, but he wants to honor this fallen warrior's armor. So, hey, I had a good first night to try and keep her honor alive. I saved Shylax.
Yep. And for that, like he said, he is grateful.
And first time fighter here. As you can tell, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh man, don't worry, you get used to fighters real quick. And once you do and you start playing around, like, they're super fun.
Did you use any of your Battlemaster
I
maneuvers?
didn't get. I was going to, but the turns ended way too fast for me, so I couldn't even get it out there.
Oh yeah, because they refresh at every short rest. So I like to try it whenever I play Battlemaster. I use at least one every fight. You got to at least try one.